All
I
right,
have
welcome.
grievance to file immediately. How,
An
how
immediate
does
grievance? Are we going?
not even have an assist on a verm all these years?
Who? What now? You?
I said, how does
The
Flashheart
verm
not have
list.
I don't have a single even assist on a verm. I was there at many a verm and not even an assist. I
I mean,
call malfeasance.
I could check the records, but if here's the thing: you're so powerful of a character that no one has time to either verm yours or you. I mean, you wouldn't. Flashheart wouldn't, lower himself to taking somebody else's kill. It's just as a paladin of Iomedae, he would never do it.
How many does Fletch have?
Fletcher, how many did he have? I don't know. I'd have to check the. Hold on, let me check the.
Fletcher goes out of his way to do it.
Most of mine were not being because he starts and finishes in the same round.
All right, it's by player, not by character.
You're the guy that sets
it's
up
by player.
I got it. I got
sets
it.
up the verm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dan had 90% of their hit points, and then someone else swoops in.
So Dan had on the year he had 5 total points, 3 verms, and 4 assists.
I'm gonna come back as a verm min max character.
I'll tell you what, Tom Bowman got 2 on Friday. He's a breakout lead. He's taking the breakout lead, and he was 3rd last time, although be it a distant 3rd. Tom Rowe stole the verm from Jim Masterson on the New Year's Eve game.
New Year's Eve game.
He got like 4 verms in the New Year's Eve game, and just like shot to the lead. So,
how much money actually went to? I didn't do the tally. Did you, Les? How much actually? Went
total, including gross ups, $1,000.
Wow,
amazing.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go into who added additional monies and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we had just under 500 in verms, and I went ahead and grossed that up. And then we had other people come in and say, I want to contribute more. And ultimately we got to $1,000. So we sent $1,000 to St. Jude this year.
You should note how it happens. I want somebody at St. Jude to read this and go, what the what?
Well, I have posted it on Reddit a couple times, so I've got to go back at some point. I got to go back to that Reddit thread and post what this year's tally was, but I think that is I think that's more than we did last year.
What name is it submitted under, Les? How do you guys?
I always submit it under Tom Goulding, in memory of Tom Goulding. But I think I think the donator has their name associated with, because I believe that St. Jude's will send you a letter with your total amount of contributions over the course of the year, along with about 17 letters of, hey, why don't you join our regular contributor
send
club?
Us more money.
Yeah, send us more money, but which I can't blame them. Of all the places to send money, I think the ones I like, St. Jude is obviously a good one, and I've always liked Doctors Without Borders. I think they do a good job. They don't have a high overhead, and they're they're in the shit. You know what I mean?
They're in the shit, yeah.
Doing good work. So those are really probably the only 2 charities that I don't know. Does anybody have a good one that they do?
I have a new thing. So you have the verms. How about you have the clutch heals? That goes to Doctors Without Borders.
Say if somebody brought him back from death, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to think about some rules for that. We'll have to go to that.
The person that gets brought back that has to ante up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That could be, yeah.
I'd like to help you out, but let's see the donation numbers we're talking about.
If you go unconscious and have to be brought back, yep, I can see that. That could work. expand our repertoire.
Yeah, it's time to spice it up.
And as far as charities are concerned, what I've recently found out, unfortunately, it doesn't sound like the ASPCA is all that good. As far
with
as
the animals,
how much money they spend on overhead versus how much actually goes to it.
Oh, big overhead. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing to do now, from what I understand, and I have to change my freaking will for this, is to leave it to local animal shelters.
Okay.
They're better at having less overhead, more volunteers, and the money actually getting to saving critters.
The animals. Yeah.
I just looked at St. Jude. St. Jude's is 82% of each dollar.
Yeah, they're a really good one.
They are very good.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize they were so high.
Good.
I won't support very many places, but St. Jude, not to mention because Max.
Yep, I remember
right.
Max, but they're a good.
I think like the worst one that I've ever seen is Red Cross. Sadly.
Yeah.
I heard the Salvation Army has is not a great one either.
I
Yeah.
remember Red Cross when I sent the money for after 9/11 for the victims of 9/11. They sent me a note like, "Hey, thanks to the thing, but we got so much money we gave it to other. We spent it on something else." I'm like, you know what?
Can they do that?
Then. Yeah.
Can they just say, "Hey, we
was
took
a-
your money,
it was
but
a
we're going to
minor
spend it on
scandal.
other thing"?
Yeah.
Like,
it
I
was a-
need a new car, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, thanks for the money. We used 9 cents to help the people who
Yeah.
suffered for 9/11.
exactly.
And
It was
the rest of the
Elizabeth Dole at the
$100,
time. It was
the
Bob
rest of
Dole's
the
wife.
$100 went to one of us.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think
that's
that-
And I got this
That all
kind of condescending letter back. Go ahead. What do you say,
when it
Jennifer?
got transparent, all the, you know, donations, because we didn't used to have access to this.
Yeah.
The transparency on the internet's been kind of awesome. Did you
Yeah.
guys notice the bell ringers went away? Like all
I
the
have-
outside the grocery stores. I don't think they were getting the love anymore after this all went, because that's like Salvation Army.
That's Salvation Army, yeah.
Yeah.
The I'm fatigued at the store now. Every time I go to any store, they're like, "Would you like to donate to like?" I mean, even a Taco Bell, I try to order everything. Like, would you like to round that up for children who can't read too good?
You know how much money they make?
Like,
They make-
I just want a burrito, man.
For children who can't read too good.
Well, it's like you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Why don't you help out the
Yeah.
children who can't read too good?
Because they
Okay,
want to
so
hire them
for
when
the
they
4
can't
people
read too good.
for the
That's
4
their
people
labor
in the St. Louis area, there's a wonderful charity trivia night coming up the first Saturday in February.
Oh,
Now,
nice
granted,
plug.
the charity isn't that much in need. It's for the Freeburg Library, but
MC is awesome.
Just make it make your checks out to Gato Caravan Guard. He'll make sure a percentage. There's a little bit of
Gato-
overhead. A little bit of
Gato
overhead.
does MC the evening, so
Yeah.
Yeah, Gatto does an amazing job. MC.
Ruchelet has a bank that he uses that.
Is that the 10th or the 2nd?
third, isn't it? It's the first Saturday in February. The third, February 3rd.
You know what's funny?
Oh,
Gordon
February 3rd. Okay.
invited us to do trivia. I think that's hysterical.
That's great.
We got to think about, we put together a group one time and we had a great,
We had a great time, yeah.
it was a good one. So we got to do that
Well,
again.
that's when you and I were killer when you, me, and Annie played trivia a couple times.
Yeah. We nailed it.
We almost burned the house down, literally. We were sitting there, and they had these little bar table candles on the table, and we just eating dinner. We were playing trivia, and we're all like focused in, and somebody threw their paper napkin on top of one of those
Oh
candles,
shit.
and we're like,
You
"Can we
outside?
smell smoke?" And you're like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, the table's on fire!"
We put it out.
Times. Yeah, it's fine.
We didn't have to evacuate or anything. We just put it out. And we got a stern look from the bartender about, one of those "don't do that again" kind of looks.
Yeah,
But
don't burn our-
please don't burn our bar down. But yeah, our team name was "Don't Touch My Area."
Yes.
And we did pretty good. We came in second that one time, and then what was it, like fifth the other time or fourth?
The other time I was hitting the moonshine shots heavily, so I can't tell you exactly. My memory's a little more fuzzy on that one.
My memory's fuzzy on all of them, frankly, because we started drinking before we started answering trivia questions.
Exactly.
But
Pre-gaming
Your
trivia.
confidence level goes way up. I'm absolutely right.
does the library are they going to have beer?
No alcohol.
Oh man!
Wait.
Can we bring our own?
In the Archon gaming style.
Oh,
You have to-
okay.
You have to carve out a book less like
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption style. Put your flask in there, like I'm here with my favorite book.
Les and I are notorious for having
Martinis.
martinis at non-alcoholic cons.
You have
And bringing like the
still set up
shaker
a
glass.
Don't bring the shaker glass to the trivia night because there's no way to hide that.
It's almost a dead giveaway. It really is.
Maybe you should come in with like an IV rack, just with a like IV bag hanging there, where you're just intravenously giving yourself a.
We did that with the shaker glass at an Archon game, and Don and I were playing. I think it was Daikon actually, which also
It
has
was
a no
Daikon.
alcohol
It was
bar.
Daikon.
So we're sitting at this game. We're playing some game, Call of Cthulhu, some shit. And Don's like, "I think it's martini time." So I get out I'm like under the table like this, right, getting all the stuff, and I get the ice in the thing, and I'm like, I get the gin in there, and I get the vermouth in there, and I'm shaking under the table, and the table is just like has over the last several seconds, everybody just sort of started to look at us, and I'm shaking a martini under the glass. Of course, it's loud. It's and and so I got the glasses and I'm pouring a thing there, and I'm skewering the
While
olives.
he's shaking it, I've got the skewered olives.
Yeah, he's ready to do it.
Glass and
So, and then we come up and we've got 2 like Dixie cups with, with martinis in them, and we're like, ting, and we look over and everybody's staring at us like, what in the fuck are you guys doing? But that was it was a fun. I was like, all right, carry on, let's go.
That was the first year we did it. Now we're the guys that bring alcohol.
Yeah, people are like, you got any of those? Got any of those airplane bottles with you? Oh, and Don's like, I'm wearing a vest, ain't I?
Yeah, you gotta have like a trench coat open with like little tiny bottles all over you. Yeah.
I have a fishing vest,
a tie-dye fishing vest
2 for $5
that has 14 pounds. It weighs 14 pounds when I start the day.
And it's all airplane bottles. I mean, he's like, you get a bottle and you get a bottle and you get a bottle. He's like, he's the Oprah of booze.
Well, it's also got my dice and my pens and.
Well, yeah, it's true.
The second time I ever drank as an adult was at a gaming convention. It was like StarCon, which was what they call was like a science fiction con. I was driving a Dalek around, but I remember specifically. I just turned 21 and I had a Vulcan mind probe, which was just as bad as you thought it would be, and a dry ice under it, so it just smoked when I drank it down. And,
well, so this year, Don, we have to in that same vein with the room parties this year, we have to. I was unprepared for the room parties because I was like, I only have British money, and they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But I'll be prepared this year.
British money?
Well, yeah. So I had gone to England in like March of last year, and I brought back like 40 pounds in British money that I didn't spend, and it's been sitting in my wallet the whole time. And of course, I never use cash because 1, I never go anywhere, and 2, I have a credit card, and so I never carry cash around. And so we're trying to go from these parties, and they're like, "Hey, give us a $1 donation or a $2 donation," and I'm like, I don't have $2. I look like the biggest friggin' idiot in the entire area.
Like this is Venmo age. Come on.
I know. I don't have Venmo either.
What?
I'm
Get out of here.
I had Venmo, but they kept charging me $10 per transaction because they don't like my bank. $10.
In all fairness, the rest of us don't like the bank either. So
they don't like my bank. So every transaction was like, I send somebody $4 for a beer. They're like, that'll be $14. I'm like, what are you doing?
Is your bank in Nigeria? I mean,
no, it's regular old Regions Bank.
That's
Regions. I use Regions. You got Venmo set up wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I deleted it, so I don't care if it's set up wrong anymore. Anyway, let's play some D&D. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, let's do that. All right, so
Thanks for the memory lane. Now I appreciate it. Alcoholic memory lane. It's good.
Welcome to Alcoholic Memory Lane. By the way, I just want to. I've had some people send me their nominations for Quote of the Year. Keep those coming. I've got a tentative bracket set up. We may not get all the way. We may not have a 64 round. We're not really. It doesn't seem to be that many quotes. So we might just start right at 32.
You're the one that writes them all down.
Well, I got them. They're on the web, but
weren't that funny last year, huh?
Nobody was. It was.
Step it up, people. Drink it.
Start drinking more or something.
All our quotes are sad and depressing, but
more alcohol.
Sad and depressing.
But get those in. The first round will go out next Sunday, and we will begin the madness to see. It's the countdown to the funniest quote, and defending champion is with us tonight, Charles. Mr. Charles Dunn, who is the defending 2-time funniest quote champion.
Really?
And there are several of his in the running. So
every time you come to Flashheart, I'll be like, Flashheart, what's your action? I'm like, I'm going to stare into the abyss and really think about the deep thought and how life is ephemeral. And
it's the Herald's job.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So last time, you guys made your way into the city of Iz, and you sort of had scouted out the various locations, done a little bit of overflights, and to set up some opportunities for teleporting in those instances where you guys would need to do it. Your first stop was a place called the Yearning House. The Yearning House, a local brothel that caters to demonic tastes. So God knows what actually is going on in here. But that being the same, you guys were approaching it. It was it's a largely intact building in good condition, sort of in the middle of town. And you guys approached stealthily. Gatto, changing into the shape of a Marilith to approach the door guards and engage them. Gatto dropped a gravity bomb on them, sending them flying upwards into the sky, where they were eaten by the Vrox that circled the city on in their lazy figure eights, and completely
That
destroyed
was
it. You guys,
great death, by the way. That was great done.
that was pretty good.
Thank you.
I've been saving
Man,
this for 5 years.
I have been.
He had that. You guys broke in and immediately attacked the other ash giants that were in there, who seemed a little bit confused as to why you guys were attacking them. Ferrado dropped a bunch of it was a stone call or something like that. The one where it rains on stones, on a bunch of constructs that were in the back of the room, and the rest of you began running in, attacking, hitting guys. Flashheart had a notable attack where he attacked one guy, got a crit, and basically cut his nose off, and to much acclaim. But as you guys kept sort of getting in there, you realize that these giants aren't attacking, and they kept saying things like, "You're expected. Why are you doing this? Ow, ow, that hurts. You know, cut it out. You know, that kind of thing." And you're like, "Wait, what are they talking about? We're expected." And as over time, it came out, the ash giants were like, "You guys you're expected, right? You're here." And so even Ferrado and Bardos, as they went deeper into the room, could see that these female constructs, whom Ferrado had sort of dropped a whole bunch of stones onto, were in the office of a Coloxus demon, who they seemed to be telling him, these guys are attacking us, something's wrong. And he's like, "What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah." And that's kind of where we ended. We're still in initiative. We're still in certain areas where, if you wanted to, you could sort of run in and begin fighting again. But the ash giants, who are like the guardians here, essentially, don't seem to be fighting back. And there's something is up with the idea that you guys are expected. Yeah. So in that case,
what we're after, then we're okay with that.
Well, so you guys find yourselves in these rooms, and they're like, "You need to talk." The ash giants are like, "You need to talk to the boss." He's, and they're speaking in Abyssal. So those of you who don't understand Abyssal are just like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," is all you hear. But those of you who do speak Abyssal are like, "You need to talk to, you need to talk to the boss about what's going on. You guys are expected. You guys are the heroes from Dresden, right? You're supposed to be here. What are you doing hitting us? That kind of thing. Just should have not."
Does he actually say heroes from Dresden?
That's what he says.
I think he said big damn heroes from Dresden, right? That's what I heard.
That's enough to be kind of confusing.
Indeed.
We're not their heroes.
My
but-
father was
Right.
a hero of Dresden. You can call me.
Some
for that
people
shit.
might call us heroes, but no one here should.
Well, somebody go talk
All
to
right.
him.
Well, so
I'll
do we want to
talk to
stay?
him.
Do we want to stay in initiative for right now?
No.
And
Nah, I think we
No.
dropped out.
We'll
are you going to drop out?
Take us to your leader. And I'll say it in some B 70s movie.
Pick your nose up and go see the boss.
Well, all right. So this guy over here is sort of tending his friend. So this is the guy that Flashheart hit and literally chopped his nose off. Blood is just pouring out. This other guy is he's like, "Quit squirming," and he's trying to jam some sort of weird rag in the guy's nose to stop the bleeding. It's, the guy's like, "That really hurt," that kind of thing.
I suppose as a herald I could heal him, but it feels like off-brand to do that.
Well, you did.
Is that allowed there, Lothar?
Well,
Maybe we
you
should
did.
talk to the guys first.
All right.
This conversation might not go well. We may still need to kill these guys.
Well, Mr. Microphone, then I might be back to kill you later. Let's
You're
go
right.
talk to the boss.
Hey, everybody, we'll be back to murder you later. All right, so Fletcher, you go for your Fletcher, who was straining at the bit and only did not jump to the attack because Bardos told him, "Please do not." Is now sort of leading the point. It's the point of the spear from the diplomacy standpoint. This guy is.
I'm not going to go talk to him because I don't speak.
You don't speak Abyssal. So
don't
this
speak
guy
Abyssal.
is like. This
I
guy
want to
says.
make sure I'm ready to kill anything if things get out of hand.
So this guy here basically is looking at you two, Fletcher and Bardos, and he's like, "Boss is in there. He's been waiting for you. All is, you go in there and talk to him. Whatever you do, don't cut my nose off."
Did he say that in Abyssal?
Yes.
I just look at Bardos.
Bardos was like, he said not to cut his nose off.
Oh, okay. I'll cut something else off instead.
I don't know if that's any better.
Just click your clav zoom arm at him. That should shut anybody up. When you wave with your
Well,
third arm.
these
it's like-
ash giants are enormous. I mean, they're closing in on 15 to 18 feet tall. They are big guys. This room has sort of a looped ceiling. Actually, no, this room is open to the sky. So, they're sort of stomping around in here. They're just sort of, this guy's like, you guys can go in. I mean, like I said, we were expecting you.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at
All right.
Corrado and think, like, the two of us who are the least talkative in this group are gonna go find you. I'm gonna turn around and see the elf coming up behind me.
All right,
I'm
I'll form a rear guard
I'm coming, I'm just slow.
when I start trying to move my character on the Zoom screen. I will.
Those are all demons left in there.
So Bardos, as you and Ferrado sort of stand outside the door, and you can see there's a guy behind it. So there's the four construct looking women that Ferrado attacked when you guys initially pushed in. And they, after the attack, they sort of ran in here, and they've been chattering at this guy in Abyssal. And even as you're approached, Bartos, you can hear they're like, they attacked us. We don't know why. And he's like, well, that can't possibly be. I heard the stones, but I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was a regular stone fall, that kind of thing. But he's sort of like, all right, ladies, it seems like everything seems to be going okay. So why don't you guys go on upstairs and report to Sister Perversion and let her know what's going on, and I'll handle it from here. And that's what they do. They sort of go through the doors that are over here, and the doors shut and disappear.
Carlos is just curious. He rolled a 45 Arcana just to see. Looks a little. They're constructs. What does he figure out? Just looking at.
Yeah. So I mean, so they look at first glance. If you were like far away from them, they would look like women. Or succubi, or something like that. But when you get close, you can see that they are definitely constructs. There's two kinds. One kind looks like this, and you can see that there's a lot of well, they do. I mean, reasonably speaking, they are kind of hot for constructs. And then the other one, not as hot probably to your standards, but kind of looks like this. And that kind of thing, but they are definitely designed to look like women, but they're certainly not women. The closer you get, the more you realize that they're not.
They're steampunk fembots. Is that what we're looking at?
Kind of, yeah. They are a little bit steampunk fembody. So they depart. They go through. There's like a little. It's not a door. It's actually like curtain right here that they go through, and they disappear. And then this guy, is a guy. He's about human sized, dressed in things, but he has
look like that.
He looks like a fly essentially, and he has some some documents. He stands up. He's like, the heralds of Dresden. Welcome. Please come in. He
might follow the horse.
Say, excuse me, do you guys remember what side you're on?
Do you say that to the guy?
Yeah, because you sound very confused.
No. Everything is quite in order. Obviously, once all of you have gotten at least close, he's like, "Please come in. Please don't." Some of you are quite large, so you might not be able to fit into my office, obviously. But certainly, please come in. Don't be afraid. You were expected.
Yeah, we've heard this before. Oh wait,
indeed. As when as the rest of you sort of get into a position where you can see him and he can see all of you, is like 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess okay. He bows and says, my name is Mazilgarub. And I am the docent here. I obviously want to say thank you for your first visit to the Yearning House. We hope it won't be your last. And all is being prepared for your pleasure. Do you have any questions, or do you wish to make payment now, or
we're actually here for something, and if you can give us that, then we'll be on our way.
You have like a brochure or something we can browse through?
Oh, we have. It's like, if you want to look at the catalog, it was quite. And Lothar, you see the Herald of Iomade moving closely to a demonic brothel catalog.
Yeah, I'm just side-eyeing Lothar the whole time. See if I can get a rise out of him. Yeah.
Lothar's like,
Chapter 37.
Can't do nothing around here. All right.
Are we saying that Heralds of Iomade are not allowed to look at the demonic brothel catalog?
To go after demonic.
They can look, they can't order.
I'm just looking, just
Yeah, if they're that, I don't think they look.
some
So
young
you've expected
robotic
our
moon might need my ministering to help see the light and come back to the ways of Iomade.
yes, keep your ministering in your pants. You say that we are expected here.
Indeed, yes. I have been told to give you every courtesy. Would you like me to order some drinks down before you go upstairs?
By whom?
Well, sister perversion, of course. The madam.
And who is that?
She's the madam of the. She's the owner of this establishment.
Okay,
It's a house
so
of pleasure.
Can I have her
who
We
kiss?
want to talk to her.
I know what it is, Gatto. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to talk to her.
So who is it that told her she should expect us?
Oh,
Because we have
It
never heard
wasn't
of her.
me.
We've
I'm-
never heard of her, so it could not have been a communication between us and her directly.
Oh, well, I'm certain I don't know. I'm sort of just a functionary here. I don't, when the madam of the house tells me to expect visitors from afar and to give them every welcome, that is what I do. Obviously, I'm certain that you, especially Master Lothar, are probably curious about the fact that this particular establishment caters to typically a far different clientele than yourselves. But I have my instructions, and so I'm going to follow them, of course.
But
As to your question, I simply don't know.
are we able to speak with her?
Of course, I think she's waiting upstairs for you, or I believe my instructions are to make sure that you're given every courtesy before you go upstairs, then to take you up, then to escort you upstairs so that you may take your pleasures, and my understanding is that she plans to talk with you afterward. Now, she did ask me to ask you in what manner your payment will be made, and I'm assuming it will be one of you. That's
We'll deal with
that's
that later after
incidental.
we talk to her.
Radiance
Let's
comes back out of this scabbard on that one.
let's skip the interim part of that and get directly to where we have a conversation.
To be honest with you, I can send word, but I don't know precisely where she is. She's probably upstairs in her office.
You say
But
payment is one of us. Are you expecting one of our lives to meet with her? Is that what you're asking? What is it you're saying?
well, yes. I mean, we only have really one currency in here, and that is souls. And the souls need not be pre-captured. I doubt that yourselves would be in a position, to bring us pre-captured souls, which is typically the manner in which our customers provide their payment. But I'm assuming that one of you will be serving as payment for the rest.
I see.
It's typically
before we
sometimes
answer
that's
that,
done.
I want to ask, do you also have a soul?
Because you're our
Oh no, I don't have a soul. I'm a demon from the abyss. One might imagine that I have a spirit, but I doubt that if you're thinking of sacrificing me, I doubt that that Sister Perversion would be even remotely interested in my spirit. It's certainly of no value to her, as I am simply one of her slaves.
But just to confirm, the payment is for what you call pleasures, yes?
Indeed, yes. Now, I don't know exactly what's been prearranged for you, but yes, that is the typical payment.
Well, hang on. So our conversation with her is not part of that transaction.
Not to my knowledge. I'm assuming that she made mention to me that once you had availed yourself of the various pleasures available here, that that she and you would be able to meet and discuss whatever it is that you wish to discuss with her. She seemed to understand that some sort of discussion would take place. That was the intimation I got, but frankly, she did not deign to let me know about any of the details.
Well, then perhaps we can skip the middle. Therefore, there's no reason for payment, and go straight to having a conversation with your mistress.
Well, I can certainly ask. I can send word if you wish.
Well, we're going up there either way. So
Is she upstairs or is she not upstairs?
She does not notify me necessarily where she happens to be, but my recollection is that she was last in her office. it was assumed that you would be going upstairs to the primary pleasure room to avail yourselves of the services of the house, and then it would be met. I don't know. That was the instructions that I was given.
Well, if you could lead us to her office, please.
Yeah.
I could. I can't take you directly there because when she is in her office, she's typically makes is told my instructions, not specific to you, but sort of ongoing instructions, is to not disturb Sister Perversion when she is in her office. I can take you upstairs into the pleasure room and then go upstairs and try to alert her that you wish to speak. It's your decision whether you want to avail yourselves of the pleasures.
You said that she was awaiting us and that she understood that there would be a conversation with us. Yes. So we have an appointment.
Indeed.
There's no confusion as to whether or not we're supposed to go see her in her office. So you should be able to lead us directly there. By your own logic.
My instructions were not that way, and I am not in the habit of disobeying my mistress's instructions. I was told to bring you to the primary pleasure room, and if you choose not to avail yourself of the pleasures available there, that is your decision, and certainly would not require you to make payment. Then I would be happy to go and convey your wishes to Sister Perversion, but I can't lead you directly there.
I'm not comfortable leaving this floor. I don't want to go to the pleasure room. And Verado's very nervous. It just seems like a setup.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you go tell her that we're here, and we'll wait right here.
I can do that. Is that what you wish?
Just a second.
Are you typing a message?
Yeah.
Farina, I got yours too. That's fine. He's like, I assure you, before you make any rash decisions, I assure you that this is the finest pleasure house in all of the city. Demons of note have been our customers for years. And, if you wish to sample some of those pleasures, I guarantee you will be satisfied.
Not the kind of pleasure we're here for.
I think that's a mistake. Frankly, but it is your decision, of course.
Wasting our time. Go.
I'm not sure that's going to work, Don.
Okay.
But he's like, while I go upstairs and talk to my mistress, can I have something brung down to you? Some wine, perhaps?
I'm good.
Pasties?
I just ate.
I know that some of the succubis upstairs have just finished a delicious tray of pierogies.
Delightful.
No, we're good.
Once you've had succubus pierogi, I swear to you, you'll never go back.
They can't beat the succubi I'm associated with.
All right. Are you certain?
I'll tell them I've already got one.
They offered us a pierogi.
I told them I already got one.
Think about it. I mean, if this is the premier brothel think of how good the pierogies must be. I mean, just
I believe they're wonderful, but the price my party isn't willing to pay.
Oh well, no. This would be just hospitality more than anything.
No, we're good.
Oh, I'll have one of those.
Oh God, what's Gato agreeing to now?
I think he's about to have a pierogi.
A pierogi.
It's a hospitality pierogi.
Of course, there'll be no charge. Of course, there's only charge for the pleasures that
You're going to eat food and is offered to you at a demonic brothel.
That's worse than like a gas station.
That's like gas station sushi.
It's pretty much like that, but like worse.
I'm sure they wouldn't sell it if it was bad.
Like gas station sushi that they've kept on a regular shelf.
I used to hang out with a guy around here who years and years ago, and there was these like you ever come across these like shitty like off-brand gas stations out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, it's not like Amoco, it's like Araco or something like that. It's just like a weird thing.
They're talking about.
Yeah. This guy, whenever we would go past there, he would always stop in and get chicken livers from the gas station. He said they were the best chicken livers. Now, chicken livers are disgusting to start,
Yeah.
but gas station chicken livers, I mean, you're taking your life in your hands. All right, so Mazil Garub looks around. Is there anything else that I need you? Pierogi, 3 pierogies.
Orange whip.
All set.
So is he going to go up to let her know we're here?
He is, yeah. He said he will.
Okay.
If you would like to remain in my office, that's fine. If you would like to go back out into the courtyard, and since my office is somewhat small compared to the size and stature of some of your colleagues, that's quite all right. I will be back as soon as I may.
Thank you.
And with that, he pops behind the curtain and disappears. After a few moments, you hear footsteps, like a minute or so. You hear footsteps coming through, and 2 people come through the curtain. Curtain wishes back, and 2 people come through the curtain. They look like this. Okay, and this.
Well, hell, now I can't say no.
And they're obviously succubuses, but I mean, you've seen succubuses before. These succubuses,
Some of our best friends are succubuses, right?
yeah, these are like some of our best friends are succubus. Hold on,
No judgment. Some of our best
Good
friends
start there,
are
Matt.
succubus.
Succubi.
Succubi, yeah.
It's a good start for 2024.
that's not a bad start for 2024 quotes. All right, so they come in and they each have a tray. So among succubi, you guys have encountered succubi before. These succubi are like supermodel level succubi, and frankly, even Bardos seems to be somewhat affected, despite his total lack of emotions.
They're not as good as Ruchelet.
The Ruchelet's not here though. He said innocently. One has a tray of drinks, glasses of these tall, what look to be platinum goblets, containing what looks to be a red wine. And she offers around, she's like, red wine for anyone? Mr. Gatto, Mr. Bardos, Lord Flashheart, would you like a drink? And she kind of comes forward. The other one has a tray of the most delicious smelling meat pie looking things that you've ever seen. These must be the vaunted succubi pierogies. And she hands one to Gatto. Gatto, are you going to eat it?
Yep.
What?
It is
I
absolutely.
detect evil on the pierogi. Something I thought I'd never have to say.
Have you never seen Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
Hey,
It was
Gordon,
The
did you
people that ate it weren't evil. Just the people that made it.
It has nothing to do with good and evil. It's what you're freaking eating.
I just think all the time.
They smell fantastic. And Gatto, you take one.
They taste even better.
You bite into one. The crust melts in your mouth, and inside you're like, what kind of meat is this? It's not chicken.
It's human.
It's not turkey. It's not pork. It's
Long,
like
short,
an
short.
amalgam of all 3, and yet better than each. Absolutely fantastic. And then there's the pearl onions and the little demonic peas and the carrot slices and the shredded demon cabbage. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's everything you can do to keep from jamming the whole thing in your face and grabbing them off that. And she keeps going around. Does anybody else want one? Anybody? They're delicious.
tainted pierogies to yourself, lady.
Well, they smell delicious, and you guys haven't eaten for a while. Certainly not well since you guys left Dresden a couple of days ago. So, between the wine and the pierogies, I mean, it's fantastic. One of the girls says, one of the women says, my name is Yethyar. I'm sorry. No, it's not her name. Hold on a second.
It's Jessica.
She's lying already.
She screwed up already. Here we go. She says, my name she says, my name is Esmeralda. And she gives Flashheart, she gives you a long look.
I'm trying to hit loose.
And the other one says, my name is Mikaja. When you guys come upstairs, ask for us. And with that, if no one wants any more wine or pierogies, got another one?
I've got one in each hand.
Okay. If nobody else
After the
wants one,
first one, I took two
Fletcher,
more.
you want a demonic pierogi? Everybody loves them.
I'm assuming I haven't heard any of this conversation. So
Okay,
no.
it has been all pretty much an abyssal. So, all right, and with that, they depart back through the curtain and disappear.
I'm gonna lean towards Gatto and say, I'm not casting cure disease, just so you know.
You're on your own.
I'll tell you what, Lothar, they do smell good.
They
For
For
smell like,
for pierogies of obviously demonic providence,
They
they
smell like
province.
Crusaders.
So they don't have chickens around here, so you know they're made from like humans or something like that. Or animals
Yeah.
or...
No, more than likely it's made from like hag meat, something truly disgusting.
I don't know. Tastes pretty
Well,
good.
the marinade fixes all of
Yeah,
that.
you got a brine, dude. That's I mean, you got a brine a hag.
Yeah, the after action stories on
You
this
got a
one
brine
are gonna be
hag. You got a brine
Gatto's
hag.
lower half rots out from eating this shit.
It's like the worst Taco Bell you've ever eaten. All right,
Oh,
so
Death by diarrhea.
it's slowly shitting yourself to death. That's not great.
Yeah.
It's a couple minutes later, and the original guy comes back in, and he says, "Look, I'm
Fully done.
terribly sorry, but she's quite busy right now. I've spoken to her. She looks forward to speaking with you, and addressing whatever concerns or questions that you might have. But she encourages you to wait upstairs, enjoy yourself, and she's waiving the price. She says she understands completely, and that you can pay her later, not any sort of sacrifice. So she's temporarily waiving the price. So she says, please feel free to go upstairs. She may be a little while.
Happy waiting here a little while.
We have a little while, actually, they're just a land.
Yeah. This is a distraction.
This gets us somewhere we don't know, entrances, exits, whatever.
Well, isn't this the house? Isn't this the place we need to go?
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get some kind of hydrated.
Yeah.
Chisel?
The chisel. She has
Yeah.
the chisel.
And this is with her.
For shizzle.
Well, that's what Golfrey said.
Yeah, she may not be carrying it, but it's in her possession.
Right.
Wait, let me correct that. The chisel is not in Sister Perversion's possession. It is in the possession of someone called Mistress Anamora.
Mistress Anamora.
No.
Now they haven't mentioned that name. When the Coloxus demon has talked about
But it's supposed to be
mistress,
kept it's supposed to be kept at the brothel of the Yearning House.
correct.
Kept as a relic at the brothel of the Yearning House.
That is what Golfrey has been told, and what she told you.
I didn't remember that, so maybe we do need to go to the brothel.
When they say a relic, I assume there's like a lost and found box from previous patrons.
Right.
It's got
So-
gloves and
Gloves.
This is
cloak,
the
one
brothel.
shoe.
So
Well, if it's kept as a relic, it's probably in her office.
We're just at the basement or the lower level. There's another level and then the office level. I'm understanding. When I did the flyover list, does that make sense that there's three?
when you there's obviously a higher level. So where you're standing right now, Verado, is more. It's less a room and more a courtyard. There's no ceiling here, so it's open to the sky. And you did overfly this a couple of times, and you saw the giants, and you saw some of the constructs down there. For when you guys busted in the doors. The building is tall and domed, so you suspect there easily could be 2 floors above this floor. You couldn't see any sort of basement. Obviously, you can't see basements from an overflight, but there could be.
Did I see windows into the second and third floor?
No, you did not see any windows.
Is that because I didn't take the time to look? Do I feel like
It's probably because I didn't take the time to look. Hold on a second. No, there's no windows. It's solid.
So
What was the name of the lady?
I'm sorry?
What was the name of the lady that has the chisel?
According to Golfrey, the creature that has the chisel is a creature named Mistress Anamora. But the Coloxus demon, the sort of the door guy here, is basically, he's referred to Sister Perversion as being the madam of the house, his boss.
right.
I'm gonna ask the fly guy, Mr. Samara, to go.
Oh, he is. So when you mention that name, he gets a look on his face like, oh well. And he seems a bit chased. And he says, I wish you had brought her up. Mistress Anamora used to be one of our best customers, and something happened between her and Sister Perversion. I'm not sure what, and frankly, I don't want to ask. But something happened between the two of them, a falling out of some sort. And then I assume that Mistress Anamora was banned from the establishment because I never saw her again. Now I don't know where she's gone or if she's still in the city or anything like that. But I never saw her after that one day. In fact, I didn't even see her leave.
Do we have any spells that detect how many people are in a location, like or anything like that?
Well, Gato has something, but I don't know that it's going to help you in this case, considering you're standing right next to a demon.
Right.
Right.
He has that
you say
thing.
you're standing next to a demon. Are you referring to Gato or this other fly guy? I just want to
The
make sure.
fly guy, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You guys don't
thought
even.
I just wanted to clarify.
No. You guys don't even know that Gato's a demon.
Yeah.
He's just a demon. He's just a demon boyfriend.
Oh, we know. We just choose to ignore it.
I am gonna make those bumper stickers that says my leader is an invisible elvish caravan guard, and I'm gonna distribute them to all of you.
That actually came up with another group.
Did it really?
Yeah, well, one of the quotes that's on your website is "Follow me, I'm invisible," which is effectively the same thing.
Yep.
So at this point, sort of outside of things, we have the ability to go upstairs and see what we can find. Because I doubt that this mistress, whomever it was, left. If they had a falling out, she's either dead or captured here.
Yeah.
And like you guys have said, whatever we're looking for is probably in the office of this whatever, and that's fine. But we'll need to go upstairs to get anywhere closer to that, or sort of outside of the no. Well, no, it's not, because they're all evil. We could just kill everything down here and then go up.
That's the best Lothar plan I've heard all day. Kill everything down here and then go up.
Does sound more like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Fletcher plan.
Couldn't we just go up?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could just go up. Then we have enemies left beneath us if they bring everything they have to
I
bear.
would say just not underestimate succubi though.
Right.
Succubi are tough. I
Or
mean,
necessarily
I
the
don't want to fight
Coptic
them unless we
demon.
have to.
I mean, the demon guy in front of us is all obsequious and
beat on
bowing.
him. I got to beat on him with a special arrow. Someone
Yeah.
says go.
Succubi all level drainy.
Right.
they can be. Yeah. Ask Illendar.
Yeah. Does
Feels like
Illendar
this
still
giant
have
fight would
Illidar's
be
only 6th
very
level now,
brief.
right?
does
He's
he have a plethora of potions to protect himself from that still?
He almost became a commoner once over a long weekend back in Dresden.
Right. Well, rule number 1 is don't stick your shit in crazy. And he ignored that straight away.
But he's like, but she's a good succubus. She's not like the other girls.
He's a good kind of crazy. Yeah.
Oh man.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Let's go
I like
upstairs.
Lothar's plan. If
Yeah,
Lothar
if-
fumbles that at all or anything, Barado's head will be nodding up and down slightly. I've got an arrow knocked and I'm ready.
I think we should go up too. If we delay down here, that's just gonna give her a chance to run. If that's what
Yeah.
she's.
There's
So
that.
let's move up. And
Okay, so
through whatever the attempted distraction is up there and just basically go, I can't take you to the office. Go to it ourselves.
Yep.
Assuming that seems to be a clear path to it. Like stairwells or doors up or something like that.
well, I mean, there's just a curtain back there, and Mazilgarub is essentially just talking to you guys like, look, it may be a while. I mean, you've got essentially a free pass to go upstairs, and I can assure you that all of the things that you'll see upstairs are quite delightful. I mean, these are truly the most skilled demons in the entire region when it comes to extracting pleasure from people and giving it as well. So, whatever your particular desire might be, I'm sure they'll be more than happy and more than capable in that regard to help you with it.
I want to do a sense motive.
On Mazilgarub?
Yeah, while he's talking. So my assumption is he's just trying to delay us and slow us down.
Okay.
Stalling. But also, if I don't know if it works with this skill, but if any other of the stuff he's doing, verbal and nonverbal, sort of suggest he's trying to keep us away from something.
Okay.
22.
22. I mean, as far as you could tell, he seems to be genuinely solicitous. You get the impression that he has been essentially charged with making sure that until Sister Perversion is ready to talk to you, that you guys are made happy, are kept happy.
This is just like Tuesday for him, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and basically, and he's also been given instructions, to offer you the pleasures of the house, essentially, and to take you up there. I mean, you don't get the impression that he's deliberately trying to delay you. You don't get the impression that he's being disingenuous at all. I mean, you get the impression that he's following orders to the best of his ability, and that that he is the sort of the administrator of this place, and he's trying to carry out his orders.
All right, I'll try something else.
Okay.
I'm gonna try a diplomacy roll.
Okay.
And see if I can, basically it'll be something to the effect of, is her office above the pleasure floor? And would we be closer at hand when she's ready to meet us if we were waiting up there? And sort of the concept is trying to see if to get there, we need to go through the second floor, or if to get there, there's a different route. In which case, maybe going to the second floor will get us closer to what we want to do, even if we have to eventually break out into violence. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm gonna try to use the diplomacy roll, then listen to his answer and do sense motive on that.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So you basically say, look, is her office nearby? If we were to take advantage of these things, we might want to be closer. And he sort of perks up and he says, that's an excellent point. The private rooms are on the balcony level, which is where my Sister Perversion's offices are. If you were to I don't know much about the sort of peccadillos of your kind, but if privacy is something you wish, certainly you could go upstairs, select from the available pleasures, and then I could have those sent up to the individual privacy rooms upstairs on the balcony level. Would that be more to your liking? He seems to be thinking that he's, based on your diplomacy roll, which is tremendous. He seems to be thinking that he may have misunderstood what sort of pleasures you guys, as prime material plane creatures, humans and elves and stuff, that you enjoy, because he's used to dealing with demons, right? So he's like, oh, I've misunderstood this. If you want a private room, yes, they're on the same level. They're upstairs on the balcony level, which is the same level that my mistress's offices are. Certainly you would be closer to her office when she's done with her business that she's taken care of, and she's ready to meet with you.
That's awesome. Good job.
So I'm gonna try sense motive to
Okay.
I know I got that out of it, which is great.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna try sense motive to see if there's a way I can maximize that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, so sense motive, you definitely get the idea that he has sort of figured out that the reason you guys have been reluctant to go upstairs into the pleasure room is that you guys shy. Shy. You guys have different sort of ideas as to what constitutes, because it's not like he has a lot of humans
What
and
are you guys
elves
doing
and
up there?
stuff
You
coming
guys,
through.
I'd love to play some D&D or something up there if you guys had that. It's kind of my thing.
I brought my dice.
You know, there used to be a website and a YouTube channel called Playing D&D with Porn Stars, where it was this guy, and I forget, I think he was an artist or something, but he played D&D. He was like from New York guy, and for whatever reason, I think his like girlfriend was in the industry, and like all her friends were that, and he was like an artist and a dungeon guy, and you know, he played D&D, and so like it got into it. I forget how he read it, but it was like his girlfriend's friends would come over, and they were all porn stars, and they finally were like, you know, he has all this D&D stuff around. They're like, "What's this?" And he finally began running a D&D game for them, and it was on YouTube. I wish I still had it. I watched a couple episodes, and it was like, you know, I thought it was going to be salacious, and it was really kind of like any other D&D game, you know, only
Dull to watch, but entertaining for the concept. Yeah.
kind of, yeah. It was kind of like a one-hit wonder. But yeah, I mean, so from your bluffing, you definitely think that this guy has inculcated that, oh, I misunderstood what these guys want. And he's like, yeah, so he's like, this is perfect. Now that he's got on it, he's like, I can fulfill my duty to Sister Perversion. So he's like, yes, let's go upstairs. We'll go in the main room. You guys can select amongst the and he refers to them in the abyssal word is kind of strange. It's a pleasers.
No.
They're called pleasers, and he says you can select among the pleasers that you find, and then we can repair to the second level, and I'll make sure that each of you have your own room, or if some of you want to be together, I don't know. But then they'll come up and join you after a few moments. Would that be satisfactory? He seems like really on top of this.
Great idea.
Yeah, and I think at this point, if we can get kind of the group, if we can get rooms that are on the same level, we can get 1 or 9, whatever it is, and that doesn't matter. But we can try from there to then get to the room we need to get to.
So he will tell you
as a diplomacy check.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to try to work this again, maybe seeming awkward, like prime materials that he doesn't understand, which would be to our advantage. I'm going to tell him we'd like to go up to the pleasure room. We'll look around and we'll decide for ourselves which pleasures, and I'll use the abyssal term.
Okay.
Which pleasures interest us. Then we'd like you to take us up to our rooms, get us set in our rooms, give us some time to think and to relax. Then we'll tell you which ones we want you to bring up.
I don't know, Lothar. Sounds like you made a deal with a demon.
Excuse me while I flame strike the power. Does that work for your set of instructions?
That would work perfectly. So yes, he's like, he goes, I have one small problem. He goes, stay here for a moment. I have to run upstairs for a second. I have to check and see on the availability of some of the rooms, because usually we don't have this large of a party that comes at the same time. But let me, you're a party of 7, I believe. I don't know that I have enough upstairs rooms. Frankly, this was unexpected, but let me go upstairs and take a look and see what we have available. I will be right back.
Can you handle self-intelligent hats? Or...
You've been You've been telling us we were expected the whole time we got here.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't expect you guys.
Card, because I want to start filling it out. I'm not happy with the service.
So he would apologize profusely and say, "Look, he goes, you have to understand. This is I'm from the Abyss. Most of the, if not all of our customer base is also from the Abyss. We have very little experience with creatures of your type and your plane, and so we're not. This is unexpected. So, but let me please be patient. Don't think askance of us as a pleasure service provider for this small problem. We will make it right for you. I promise you. I'll be right back.
I can tell he's been to hotel management training at Marriott corporate or something there. He's really got some skills.
I step next to Lothar and whisper something in his ear.
And my last diplomacy check was 39, so hopefully he's trying to help.
Oh yeah, he's definitely trying to help. So he pops through that curtain, and the curtain flies back, and you can hear him sort of scampering away, and then you're left alone again for a few moments. This ash giant sort of peeks around the corner and is like, he's taking care of you, isn't he? I mean, you guys are standing around quite a bit here. I thought you'd be upstairs by now.
Yeah, it
Trying to
was,
get there.
we understand we have an appointment. Do you know who made that appointment for us?
Chuck, I sent you a message.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Oh
ignore
yeah,
it.
they tell us all the appointments and all their theory
Yeah, I
and
figured,
stuff
I
like
figured.
that. Yeah. What are you talking about? They don't tell us. God damn it! My
You're the-
job is
you're
to
the
make sure
doorman.
nobody
Yeah.
shits in the pond.
What if we pay extra for that?
Oh, man, I'm gonna run out and shit in the pond. Yeah.
Have you met my my friend from what was my couch shitter's name?
Yardley.
Yardley. Yeah. Have you met Yardley? That's his kink.
That's his.
They have a poster of him hung up. Watch
There's
this guy.
Yeah,
There's a-
like,
there's a-
man.
From behind the curtain, you hear a succubus voice going, "Kink shaming is my kink."
Sorry, Gato, I only have one flame strike for today, but I can do a blade barrier.
A simple no would have sufficed.
Or he can just say the word dragon like 10 times in a row.
No.
Yeah, dragon. There you go.
Sorry, it took me a second. Here's another.
And one more to grow on.
Got it.
And just in case you're confused, the blonde will probably be kicking your ass later.
Let's only hope.
You'll want to go invisible, which won't work.
Yeah.
Going invisible is Gato's kink. All right, so it's not too long. He comes trotting down. He's like, okay. He's like, all right, I've taken a look around. He goes, as it turns out, we do have 7 rooms upstairs, but 2 of them are occupied right now. I've inquired discreetly as to how long they'll be in there, and I'll be blunt. I don't think that the customers upstairs are willing to abandon their rooms, and they've already paid for them. So I have 5 available rooms, if that's all right. Perhaps. And he looks like he's sort of trying to figure out what would appeal to you. Perhaps you two might consider sharing a room. He's looking at Flashheart and Lothar.
Yeah, we can get some praying done.
Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. Of course.
We'll share, and then 2 others to share in order to get it down to 5. Right.
Mm-hmm. That would be perfect. That would yes. I have 5 available. This is perfect. I'm arranging. I thought you'd be reasonable disregard. I'm having refreshments sent up immediately. And then if you'll follow me, we will go to the primary room, and you can select amongst the available talent.
So who else is going to share?
I think it's Flashheart, Lothar, and I don't know. Bardos and Illendar go way back. So
that works.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
Okay.
Nobody wants to share with Fletcher.
Rado wants to share with somebody, I think.
They're probably afraid that they'll get butchered if they share with you, Fletcher. I mean, it's like, I can't stay in this room anymore. I must kill.
So now that we've decided who's going to double up, we've got 5 rooms. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to walk through and act like we're paying attention to the prostitutes.
Well, we'll have to go in. So the room, the room where the pleasers are, is sort of off. It's just off to the left as we go past the curtain.
Right, but
you'll be able to look in and.
He agreed that we would be able to look, make our decision, leave, and tell him later.
Of course.
So there won't be any other witnesses or interlopers or what have you.
Witnesses is a interesting turn of phrase. We don't want any witnesses as we select from our succubi prostitutes.
As we try to go and kill their master and get the chisel of the Niagarian chisel.
Not going to open with that, are you?
Or chisel.
No, I didn't say any of that.
Oh, okay.
They should know that that's what I'm doing, but
I gotcha.
One of them apparently thinks I'm making deals with demons, and he's going to be my roommate. So
He's going to be my roommate.
He take a nice nap.
I was enjoying watching you make this this conversation, this transaction happen. Like this is usually stuff you're chastising poor innocent Flashheart for.
No, it isn't. You mean it.
I just ask a lot of questions. Yeah, just want to make sure we have options.
Yeah, like Tucker Carlson.
No, not that guy, please. That's a
All right.
demon.
So he's like, if you'll accompany me, let's go take a look. He seems quite pleased
Yeah.
with himself and with the fact you get the impression, Lothar, you especially get the impression that he's very pleased with the idea that he's figured out where he's gone wrong with you guys initially, and now that he's figured that out, that that's going to be solved, that problem is solved, and his boss is going to be happy, and everybody's, he's like nailed it, that kind of thing. He goes in into here and stands at the foot of a staircase that ascends upward. Here, let me get rid of some of this stuff so you guys can see what's going on here. Oop, wrong. No, that's right. Let's go.
Oh, the lever, Gronk.
Why is it not allowing
Why do we
me?
have that lever?
Nope, that's not right either. What the flip? What's not giving me my lights here? All right. So he gestures at a door to the left here. Let me move this up a little bit. As you go in, let me give you the flavor text though. As you go in to this room here. Let me get on the thing so you guys can see that I'm clicking. As you go into this room here, you can see that there are 6 statues at the entranceway as you pass the curtain, and 6 statues of immensely attractive, completely nude demons. Succubi over on the left, incubi onto the right, and they line the walls there. There's a set of wide
male demons. I don't know.
Incubi are male demons, male pleasure demons. A set of wide stairs leads up over to the north where he's standing. While over the side is a pair of doors with their facades gilt in gold and depicting a scene of debauchery that makes the more lawful among you shudder to look at. As you look in the room, you see it looks like there is a something of a party going on. The ceiling of the large room rises into a big dome about 50 feet above what looks to be a central pool filled with beautiful blue smoking water. There are murals on the walls and the ceiling, which provide an orgy of garish color, depicting all manner of disgustingly obscene acts depicted in frightful realism by what is obviously a master artist. A wide balcony above you rings the room at a height of about 20 feet above the floor. And the floor itself is strewn with blankets, bottles of alcohol and other fluids, cushions, furs, hookahs, smoking braziers, and other devices. The air is thick and hazy and warm, and it reeks of sweat, incense, and tangy exotic spices and drugs.
Are there stairs up to the balcony, or is the balcony like a different access point?
You don't see any stairs in this room up to the balcony, if you're talking about this room. This room is referred to as the debauchery. The only stairs you see are the ones that the Colossus is standing next to. And he's like, please go in, take a look around, see if there's anything you like. And as you go in, you could see that there are people in there partying. Well, not people precisely. There's one guy over here, and he's got a bunch of succubi around him. He looks like this. He's just sort of leaning back on a bunch of cushions and talking in abyssal, and so that's when I killed those crusaders and did that, and the succubi are like, oh, tell it again, that kind of thing. And as you go in, Bardos, you're the first one to see in the corner there is another creature sitting on a huge pile of cushions, and he has 3 succubi around him, and he looks like this.
I tell Chuck.
Let's do this one more time.
Isn't it Burt Reynolds over there?
So that creature, you're not sure that he's precisely a demon. He's immense, and it seems to be enjoying the attention of the succubi. He has a huge hookah there. He doesn't seem to be on fire, so he's not necessarily in a fruity. You're not sure exactly. Bardos, you might have to do some knowledge checks to determine exactly what that is. But they're sort of on opposite ends of the thing, and people are going past, and they have trays of pierogies and trays of wine, and the guy down in the south, he has an immense hookah that he's billowing great clouds of smoke, and the succubi are coming up, and they're trying. It's like that kind of thing, and being all dainty and stuff. The succubi, if the 2 succubi that you saw already are in here, they're talking with the guy up to the north. But there are other succubi, and the these sort of clockwork people that you saw earlier are sort of standing around, that kind of thing. You see other succubi sort of in various places around the room. There's an incubi sort of standing there looking, you know, slutty. And, you know, another succubi, this one, Lothar with red hair, which we know, is, you know, troublesome for you.
Problematic.
Yeah.
I resisted the urge to flame strike her ass.
A one with pure white hair and yellow eyes, looks a little bit like a drow, kind of. And then another one, you know, another incubi, very attractive guy there, you know, talking with the thing. And then another redhead. Oh, they're everywhere. You can't avoid them.
Flame strike the redhead, Lothar, save us all.
They're abyssal, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, redhead.
To kitchen bar area.
You don't see a kitchen bar area. There are a door. There's a door that where you don't see any doors except for one, which is over on this far side over here, and it's closed. You don't see what's back there.
So the people carrying food and stuff around, where are they coming from?
Well, they're coming to the as the you know, the glasses of wines are distributed and that kind of thing. They do end up going back through there, and the door sort of opens and closes. You did give me a quick perception check as you look, as you examine that doorway.
Oh, they're gonna click on me. Sorry.
And what's the knowledge roll to determine what that thing is? Knowledge planes?
Yeah, that would be a start.
Sorry.
Okay.
37.
Oh, look at this, Bartos. Natural Twunzo. 48 on a knowledge planes. Well, you recognize that creature right away. It is a Rakshasa, probably of the Tataka family, and an immensely powerful one.
What is a Rakshasa? I don't understand.
It's a demon. So let me get you
A tiger demon.
Tiger demon. Okay.
They are super tough.
Yeah.
So the Tataka Rakshasas are huge, and they are the largest of their kind. They are philosophers and fanatics, loyal servants of the Rakshasa immortals. They are typically familiar with religion, and as such makes them excellent blasphemers. They might assault sacred sites or rituals. They typically like to they hold all religion in contempt, and often will assault people who believe otherwise. They're typically about 12 feet tall and weigh about 1,300 pounds.
So this is our chance, Lothar, to call somebody out. I heard you hate religion, boy.
Ferrado. Oh, go ahead.
That'll work out real well for us, huh?
This is not exactly our fight.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, my concern was how we're going to seal off these guys if things get crazy. I mean, dealing with one or two succubi is one thing, but 20 is a different thing.
I don't know if we can
There's
seal them off. They're all
several.
right?
Yeah, and we're going to be
teleporters later.
upstairs.
Well,
So
that's why I want to just make sure. I mean, they can't move up easily.
right. So it's sort of move in here, look around, act like you've picked something,
Sure,
and then
I get
ask
the
to be
game, yeah.
to be taken to our rooms.
But anything about the door, Les?
So you do get a moment when one of the succubi goes in there, and you can see that there are small flying creatures sort of flitting around, but it looks like another hallway of sorts. You get a glimpse of another door sort of at the end. It's possible that goes to some sort of kitchen or storeroom or something like that, but you can't see in there. There's another door sort of blocking the way, and the door that the succubi goes through is only open for a brief moment.
I was just kind of trying to take into account how many stairs up there are. If this is the only stair up, then once we're up there and we engage, then one person watching a stair is one thing.
Your guess is that the stairs where the Colossus is standing, that's probably the only stairway up. I mean, there might be others, but
nothing of size.
Yeah, you certainly didn't see anything in there that might indicate that there was a stairway there. So as you guys all, go ahead. What were you saying, General?
I'll go in and pretend to ogle.
Okay. This guy sort of looks over at you and gives you a little bit of a come hither. He's pretty built. But this guy also looks at you as well, as being one of the few females in the things.
Maybe you're the only chick in the group.
The only chick in the group. So he's like, you know, you're getting the hairy eyeball from those guys, and you could tell that this is and most of you could tell that this is something that they've done 1,000 times, right? They know how to smolder. They know how to flirt with their eyes. They know what they're doing, and even Fletcher, as you one of the succubi, just gently sort of, you can see her sort of like, you can see that they're very deft at making sure that you're looking at the portions of their physiques that are exactly where they want you to look. Right, that thing that sometimes girls do where they do that sort of, I'm scratching an itch in my cleavage to make sure that there's some motion there that you're looking at.
I only came in to protect Corrado.
But yeah, they're very practiced, and I mean, in some cases, and they're also magically attractive, right? Succubi entice normies and destroy them. That's their job, and so these guys obviously are very practiced and very good at what they do. The Coloxus demon on the stairs is like, does everything meet with your approval? Yes, you've each selected someone that you find pleasurable. And you can see he's produced like a small papyrus and a teeny little quill, and he's like, I'm happy to provide any information about the specific skills in private, obviously, if you wish it. He's really hammering this privacy thing because he thinks he's really sort of nailed how to cater to
Primes.
To primes, yeah, exactly, non-demon types. So he's like, once we get upstairs, I'll be happy to discuss any and all of the things. But I'm assuming you guys have all seen what you need to see.
I believe we've seen everything we need to see. Yes.
All right. Well, if you will follow me, I'll take you upstairs and we'll get you installed in your rooms, and we'll make the appropriate arrangements and begin the adventure. And he sort of he's like, come this way, and he begins going up the stairs.
Hey, there's someone here.
Yeah, don't move your character so much because I have to copy you over to a different map.
Right.
But yes, yeah. So Fletcher, good point. You did see that they're at the top of the stairs at the landing outside of what looks to be a doorway or a door to the balcony area. There was a pretty significant guardian. This guy right there. Looks to be, again, maybe a construct. Did not look to be a physical creature in the sense that it has flesh.
The Dorbs.
Very large. Takes up most of the thing, and you could hear. Was that a message? Was that a message that didn't get messaged?
That was to everyone.
Oh, okay. So you can hear the Coloxus going, out of the way, fool! As he's stepping over, and the creature the construct sort of backs up and allows you passage.
To chastise you, Gato.
He'll show up later. I whispered him a question, and he was very rude to me.
Yeah, Flashheart gets certain joy out of tweaking Lothar's nose at least once every adventure.
I know.
We have small pleasures in life as paladins, so we have to get it where we can.
Take advantage of a demon brothel? That's a chastising.
Well, the only person who's more attracted to some of these demons here are probably Flashheart, right? Rocking a 26 charisma. So
yeah,
I mean, frankly, the thought of corrupting and perverting a Herald of Iomade in a demonic brothel. That's like the Olympics for succubi. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like we've got to make this happen. We've got to fix this so that that happens. All right, I'm almost there.
I'm a herald too.
Yeah, we're gonna do. I'll do a quick inspection of Gato too to make sure that no demonic maggots are crawling out of his body or whatever after eating pierogies. He seems okay.
He seems fine. Yeah. He seems okay. So, Ilendar, what are you gonna do with Storm?
There's a message for you there, Lothar, on the screen.
It's a good question.
Because I mean,
well, gotta have room for like larger guests.
Not really. I'm looking at the map right now, and so one of the things about
if this is
Paizo
large
APs
for
is the
demons,
rooms are always way too small for
I was
large
gonna say
parties.
most demons are large, if not some
Yeah,
of the ones are
I
huge.
agree.
Well, most of them can also alter their size too.
I'll tell our fly servant here guy that what, no minotaurs, and I'll tap my tongue a few times.
I'm sorry, we do not have minotaurs here. I mean, obviously, if you feel that this is something you want to put on Demon Yelp, I understand completely.
Demon Yelp. That's redundant.
It's help. Oh no, wait, that doesn't work.
Help with 2 L's.
Help.
It's help. We've got a 4.9 star rating on help.
Yeah.
Yelp is for
Service is
demons
terrible.
anyway.
Exactly what I expected.
Storm will wait in the courtyard.
Storm await the courtyard. Okay, good.
I can bring her to me in an instant. So
Okay,
I want it
cool.
to be like the bar from Dusk Till Dawn. You know what I'm talking about, with,
Oh yeah, right.
Salma Hayek is what was her name?
The snake lady.
Oh,
The
yeah,
snake lady,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the bar you always aspire to go to, but you want to live to see the dawn, you know. Those are the kind of bars I try to take less to, but I haven't found a dangerous enough one yet.
I'm still recovering from the HP Lovecraft theme bar, which you told me isn't in business anymore.
Right.
But that just
there's a
sucks.
Dead Rabbit and stuff. We can go to Dead Rabbit, which is a speakeasy inside a bar.
Okay,
So,
they've got a new speakeasy in St. Louis, by the way, which we may have to do sometime with the locals. But I'll never forget that you and me eating tater tots and drinking absinthe and trying to impress that Ukrainian waitress,
yeah,
and
she was having none of it.
zero play.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm in search marketing.
Yeah, me too.
I like to brag.
Search marketing.
Yeah, but I don't know what we expected. It's not like she was going to fall over with her legs in the air or anything. But
There's a giant, what is the
Search
big
marketing.
Illuminati? There's a huge Illuminati thing on the wall behind us. Remember, like the big pyramid with the golden eye or whatever.
Yeah,
the
you got a
pyramid
picture of it, or one of us got a picture
Yeah,
of it.
I got a picture of it. Yeah.
Very cool.
Death
All
in
right.
the afternoon. Yes.
Deaths in the afternoon. Yep. All right. So here we go. Let's see if this will work. And that's not great. Hold on. Nope. Why are we doing that?
I'm good with that.
No, that's not going to work.
That's what the module said.
Flame strike.
Why is that not working? Hold on a second. I think I know why. It's because I'm dumb.
I think Lothar, I think you should like got off the leash a little bit.
You like
Remember
to
that
use the
time?
word special.
Remember that time he let us chop his leg off so we could get past those other demons? I think you should let him off the leash here and let him go wild in here. We
That's
owe him
true.
one.
How many levels you got, Gato?
I am not holding anyone on a leash.
All right, there you go, Gato.
His statement was he was looking at me looking sad because he doesn't think, which is true. He doesn't think. And to be honest with you, at this point, if he goes and gets himself all screwed up beyond recognition, I can't help.
Okay.
Well, he's usually invisible, so how would we know?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
wouldn't.
All right, so you guys enter the top floor. You can you see here, let me center you guys here so everybody
I see the
Are you there?
the bug guy and then all of us. Yep.
All right, so the
Yeah,
bug
see, it's all
guy
the kill zone. Yeah, I see
right
it.
in the kill zone. So the bug guy comes in and he's like, "Welcome, please come in. I have," and he's as you come in, you can see that there are several. You're basically in a hallway. You can see where the bug guy is standing is sort of like a balcony, and you can see, certainly you can smell the scent of incense, the sound of people laughing down in the area. You can see that smoking, strangely blue fountain. So this is the area that overlooks that. This is the balcony area. You also see sort of hanging from three long cages that are hanging from the ceiling on chains. And in these metal cages are creatures. And Flashheart, you get a quick look at them, and Lothar, I think once you look at them too, inside each of these cages is a bedraggled emaciated looking hound archon. They look like they've been there for a while. And I'll show you what they look like. They're stripped nude, no armor, no weapons, but they are definitely hound archons, and there's one in each of these hanging cages, these gibbets, that are sort of hanging above. They look like they've been there a while. They are emaciated. They are lethargic. Their eyes slowly look out at you guys, but they don't seem at all interested. The Colossus is like, all right, now then, first of all, let's take you, Master Lothar of Erastil. I think you should be in room 1. That door is right here. Let's go ahead and open that up for you and make sure that the room meets with your approval. So he opens up the door and you go in there. Basically, these rooms are essentially playpens, for lack of a better term. There's no bed or anything like that. Most of them are essentially one big cushion that starts at the door and takes up the entire place. There's silk sheets and pillows and little areas built into the wall where you can set drinks and things like that. And this one is no exception. Lothar, you can. So the Colossus is like, is that okay, Mr. Flashheart? I believe you'll be spending your time with Master Lothar. So if you would care to come in, this would be great.
Are we supposed to be seeing the second floor at this point?
This is the second floor.
It looks like I'm just outside the debauchery. That's why I'm asking.
Go around the corner.
I'm sorry.
Where am I supposed to go with Lothar? I have my character. Oh, I see Lothar.
Oh, Ferrado, you've really gone
No, come
sort
down
of
here,
out
Ferrado.
of the walls
There
there.
you.
There you go.
All right.
Is that better?
I can't see anything except for what I can see. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
I'm
Flashheart,
standing with Lothar.
your door is in here. You can see Lothar is sort of like kicked back on a big room-sized bed, and he beckons to you. Come join me. Ferrado runs in there. Ferrado, are you going in there with Lothar?
I can.
The
Yes.
the Colossus looks a little confused, but he's like, well, obviously, if this is your preference, absolutely, we could certainly accommodate.
I
Okay,
winked
wait.
at him on the way by.
Oh, wait, which room? Is this the room here?
This is room 1.
Am I in it?
We're gonna do 3 in a room now.
I'm having a hard
This
time
is-
seeing the
Well, I
room.
was with Lothar.
This is getting
so
perverse. What are you having?
That's a circle of good or
Is
whatever.
that
else
a
we can do.
bird? Is the
Hey,
bird-
don't judge.
Yeah, why is
That's
the bird watching?
yeah, that's Lothar's bird.
Don't
Oh,
judge
these
our
rooms
king.
are off the debauchery.
Actually, there's a big room up here. I'm gonna storm in this room. It's
I
common room.
don't like it when the bird watches.
You mean the just in the hallway?
Yeah, this room right here.
Yeah, it's more like a hallway / balcony, but I mean, if you,
But it's 20 feet wide, so.
it is, yeah, definitely. All right,
Move me
There you go.
whatever you need me to, Les. I think I'm in a
Are
room.
s- Are we up
Oh, yeah,
above the debauchery? Is that why we're still seeing the debauchery? Because we're up
yeah, well,
above-
yeah, so yeah, what you're seeing where like see this rail?
Yeah, I get it now.
That's a rail, and then you're looking down into the debauchery where that's where the fountain is, that kind of thing. So you guys are higher up, but it is open, and you can hear the noise of the succubi and that kind of stuff down there. But yeah, it's a balcony.
Cages? I can see an edge of a cage here. What are in those cages?
Those cages, each of them contain an emaciated, grievously injured hound archon.
What is a hound archon?
So hound archons are azada that are typically used as well, not used, but they're typically messengers or servants of gods of good alignments.
They're good dogs that are in the cages. Oh,
Yeah.
can't let that happen.
Well, they're not dogs. They're actually
They're intelligent.
humanoids, but they do have dog heads.
So who's a good boy is not going to play on this.
No, who wants a treat? Who wants to go for a walk?
Yeah,
Probably been dealing with that for millennia.
but they're in cages, and I don't like that.
No, there's 3 of them. They're each in cages. Hound archons. I'll just give you a quick thing. You would know this as the herald. Hound archons are look like well-muscled humans with canine heads that look like noble-looking wolves or dogs. They are trained fighters and typically use greatswords in battle. They do not like killing mortals and prefer to disarm or incapacitate even evil individuals when they can. Against fiends, though, and the irredeemably corrupt, they show no mercy. They are disciplined soldiers and sentinels. Occasionally, good aligned deities send them to watch over specific places or specific individuals that they take a particular interest in. They
If we
are
break them out of the cages and heal them up, they might be of specific help to us in this location.
in Heaven's Armies. They typically take on the roles of captains or knights.
Yeah.
But yeah, these have looked. They are naked in these cages, and they look like they have been starved and possibly beaten a fair amount. They're lethargic. They don't seem to take much notice of you guys as you come
But
in.
I can detect good, make sure they're still good. They hadn't been turned like the original Herald, right?
Oh no, they're definitely good.
Okay.
Yeah. The Colossus says, Mr. Fletcher, I've got the corner room, room 3 for you. If you'll come this way, I assumed that you'd want you have your own place. Let me your own space to handle the
I've got some hot towels for your Glabrezu arm.
yeah. So if you would be kind enough to go into this room here, that would be splendid. Oh, you can't see that because I'm on the wrong area.
Wait, did you get a fourth arm?
No, he's just got the 3 still, I think.
I think he was going to try to do a fourth arm. I couldn't remember.
Just the 3, right?
Yeah, no, just the 3.
Okay.
Do I understand what he's saying?
No, but he's speaking in Abyssal, and he's obviously going, like in there, that kind of thing. And then he comes down and he's like, Master Gato, room 4 has been prepared for you as well, or not prepared, but obviously will be suitable. You can go in there, and then well, the room 2 is occupied. Obviously, we can't talk about our customer base.
Okay.
You wouldn't want us to talk about you to our other customers, correct? Discretion is really the heart of the Yearning House, and you can put that on help if you want. If you go to our website, www.yearninghouse.com, you'll see that discretion is the core of our services.
If they're truly evil, it'll be .net.
No, it's like what is it, .wiki or some shit like that?
Something truly evil and
.cc.
.cc, yeah. .co.uk. That's what it is. All right, and then he comes over here and gestures over to, and now then room 5, obviously, Mr. Bardos. Would that be preferable for you and Mr. Illandar? It seems we have one extra room. I didn't realize that Flashheart Ferrado and Master Lothar were going to join each other, but that become. If you'll make yourselves comfortable, I will be right back, and I will take your orders, and we'll get things started.
Those 2 double doors there, do they look like the same kind of thing, or they look different?
They look of similar make, but it's the only set of double doors on this level that you can see. Everything else looks like the similar symbol door, and you can see you Bardos, you do both speak and read Abyssal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You do see that in sort of stylized modern Abyssal on each of the doors that the Colossus has been showing you into. There is the numeral that sets it off. Yours has number 5 on it. The one that Gato went into has number 4. There's no number on those doors over there.
It says employees only.
Yeah.
It says
Private.
Private.
Now will you go check those doors out, see if they're booby trapped or locked or anything? Prep work, well,
What? Who?
I was saying, Mike, God, I'm surprised you guys even heard me before. Gato, can you go check those doors out and check for locks and stuff, just to do a little prep work while we're waiting?
Meander over there, not really doing anything, just seeing if it's locked.
Sir, Master Gato.
I was waiting until he was gone.
Oh, you're waiting until he's gone. Okay, so he's gone. He's gone downstairs. All right, Gato, you go over there, do some surreptitious checking.
The
Yep.
lawyer, come on, he gets his pleasure too.
All right. So what are you going to look for? Like if it's locked?
Yeah, let's see if it's locked. You want perception?
Well, one thing you notice is that there's no obvious handles on this side of the doors. So you don't see. Go ahead and roll perception if you want. 35. All right. So you don't see any traps, but you also don't see any handles or locks. Frankly, you're a bit, at least initially, flummoxed as to how you might enter this place, because there's no locks on the doors. There's no handles on the doors.
Well, for something like that, even if it was magical, it'd be a disabled device.
Okay. Do you want to try and think about it? You want to try and disable it and unlock it?
I will test it. If it even comes open a little bit, I'm going to close it again. Okay. I just
Okay.
want to see if I can get it open.
Come on, natural one. As he falls into the door. Oof. Is it a macro, Don? It's okay. A 56. We're just
I
checking.
whisper it to you and you say it out loud.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh no, I didn't realize it was a whisper. Sorry about that. That's crazy. I love it. It's for just checking. So yeah, so you figure it takes you a moment, but you finally figure out that yeah, this is these doors push outward, and they're designed this way to avoid people. Well, they're designed this way to keep people from doing exactly what you're thinking of doing, which is to barge in here unannounced. Your guess is that these are probably opened outward through telekinesis or something like that. You also guess that they're probably locked right now from the inside. You also hear something on the other side, and I will send you this as a message, which I assume you'll read out loud when I get it to you.
For consistency's sake.
It's tradition now.
Guys, that the door is very secure. We can go in whenever we want.
So let's go.
I don't. Do you guys want to just barge in there now?
Oops, sorry. I took Frauder with me. I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry.
Shoot.
I lost track. Am I doing anything? I'm still in the room.
I'm just sitting in the big room.
There we go.
Reporting to you what I found out about the double doors on the other side. I'm getting ready to go into my assigned room.
And you said room 5 was empty. It was going to be.
Well, room 5 was reserved for us, but we tripled up. You guys tripled up.
Yeah, you guys tripled up in room 1. So
Right.
room 7 is open, but he didn't put anybody in it.
And is that where I am now?
Yes, you're standing
at
next to
room
the door
7.
to room 7. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to open that door.
It's locked.
If you guys don't need me, I'm going to go back in room 2.
Gotta open this door, please.
Yeah. You do need to.
Hold on. Let me see if I can manage to get it open.
Storm and Flashheart, give me a quick perception check. And Ferrado. Yeah, no problem. You get that lock picked pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's open.
You gonna peek inside there?
Yeah.
I apparently stared at the crack in the wall.
It's empty. You get to. I mean, he'd mentioned that the Colossus had mentioned that he was gonna, that those were the rooms that. Well, basically, but he mentions like 2 and 6 are taken, but the others I've reserved for you guys.
Right.
All right, Gatto, did you get my message?
No.
Well, I sent it. All right.
Me.
Farina 44, Flashheart 10. Yeah, that's good. Ilinar 20. Ferrado, you can very clearly hear the Colossus demon coming back up the stairs.
Colossus demons coming back up the stairs.
I'm back in my room. I do not see a message from you.
Seriously?
I seriously don't.
I sent it to you. Here, let me.
I got Farina, Flashheart, Ilindar.
Here, send it to me and then I'll tell him. We'll do a game of telephone.
All right. How about now?
I see one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Where do you guys? So, he's like, I hope everyone is satisfied. He sees he's coming up the stairs, and he sees you guys. Is everything all right, Mr. Bardos, Mr. Fletcher? Is the accommodations not satisfactory?
If he's speaking in Abyssal,
I translate for Fletcher. He wants
Yeah.
you, dude.
We're just talking out here. We're fine.
Oh yeah, we're just hanging out.
I understand completely.
Do you have a
Watching.
bar in this place? He says in common.
Excuse me, Master Bartos. Did Master Fletcher request something specific? I'm sorry, I don't speak common.
Yes, he wants you to.
I'm
give him a free
assuming
big
that he's
hug.
speaking Talden.
He wants a beer.
No, Ilandar's a button pusher. He's like, Fletcher wants you to give him a big hug. And then I'm just going to sit there and grin and watch what's going to happen.
Well, he kind of looks askance. He's like, "Well, I apologize. It's really not something that I could do. But I suppose it would be all right." He comes over and he stands in front of Fletcher, and he sort of awkwardly sort of holds his arms out like.
Corrado steps out in the hallway to see what's going on.
Well, it looks like that fly demon is trying to give Fletcher a hug. Fletcher,
attacking.
I don't know. He doesn't have a weapon. He's just like holding his arms out and he's kind of looking curiously at you. But obviously, he has fly eyes, so you can't really tell what what curiously is. So, but yeah, he's holding his arms out, and Ilandar. Fletcher, I think.
Ilandar is chuckling at this stage.
Yeah, at this point, Ilandar is laughing, and Bartos is probably preparing for murder. But
I'm asking Fletcher if he wants to take odds on whether or not he's going to get hit.
And the splash zone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so if Fletcher, if you don't do anything, he sort of like awkwardly comes towards you, and then eventually sort of just like puts his arms around you and gives you a demonly pat. And
It's the three pat. The three pat. hug.
yeah, it's like I don't really know you. He seems quite awkward about this whole thing. You're like,
play for that, Liz.
Thanks, Mike.
Fletcher doesn't do anything, but he says, "I'll take that as a no." Then
Ilandar is growing perilously close to wetting his pants. He thinks this is pretty funny. But he sort of stands back and he's like, Master Ilandar, was that satisfactory?
That was amazing.
Do it again.
I'm glad I could be of service. Now, I will. He produces the piece of paper and the little quill, and he's like, "All right, if you all will repair to your rooms, I'll come to each of you, get your orders, and we'll get things on. We'll get things moving. I imagine you're anxious to proceed." And he sort of turns around and passes by Storm. Excuse me, Madam Dragon. And he goes to the door.
Thought you were behind the closed door.
He's like, Madam Frato, is the accommodation satisfactory? You speak.
Excellent. They're excellent. And I do not speak Abyssal. I'm assuming. I guess I'm not assuming anything. I'll look at it.
He's kind of like,
And I'll go, Aces.
Fletcher, now Flash Art's come out. It's like herding cats here. All right, Flash Art, you're coming out. So he's like, excuse me, Mr. Flash Art. Mr. Flash Art, if you would, he's obviously getting a little bit anxious because you guys aren't. It's like he feels like a substitute teacher in a kindergarten class. It's like everybody's running around. Somebody just peed their pants. There's he's trying to get horror orders from you guys, and it's just not cooperating. All right, he's like, Master Flashheart, did you, he sees, you wanted to get a second look, I see. Is there anyone down there? And you can see one of the succubi sort of looking up at you, Flashheart, and it's like, kind of like.
But pick me.
Yeah, obviously. And then another succubi sort of goes over and, when it's like she saw the other one looking up and she sees you and she's like, and then she kind of goes like this.
I'll do like all cool boys do ever.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
Shoulder.
You've been shaking and throwing up.
I'll just let my cantrip blow my hair in the breeze to really.
Cape sort of moves back.
Yeah. Tell me about these delightful dog men you have created up here. Maybe are they available on the menu here?
Oh, I'm afraid not. These are the pleasures of Sister Perversion. She's she's had her servants capture these specifically. Sister Perversion has a very specific set of things that she enjoys, and these poor creatures are integral to it as far as I'd give it to understand. I apologize, but they are not part of our normal menu.
Okay, they're off menu. All right.
If there's something about them that appeals to you, perhaps I can inquire and make an exception. I would have to inquire. It hasn't these haven't been asked for. I have to tell you though, they're not how should I put this? They're not really trained in what the services that we typically provide here. I worry that your happiness will not be taken care of appropriately if you go for something like this.
Well, I don't think one would settle. I'd have to have all three. You know,
I can't
But-
help but think that would triple your disappointment.
in the realm of these archons, is there a language they speak that I speak that?
Oh yeah, celestial.
Celestial.
So maybe let me just take a quick look see at this one, and I'll get a little closer and examine Mr. Celestial.
That obviously is your prerogative, sir. I must say, I had a very brief conversation with the ladies downstairs, and I must say, between you and I, that they were especially interested in getting to know you much better than they have already. So I can assure you that all of them downstairs would be more than willing. Even several of them would be more than willing to come up here and to take care of you to the extent of their abilities, which I can assure you are quite prodigious.
So anyway, I'm gonna get close to this cage here and
All right.
whisper to Celestial. How is this? I'll whisper in Celestial to this little demon dog, like I'm talking to it like cutesy, and say, "How is this cage locked?"
Who's a big fella? Who's a good boy?
Boy.
All right, Ferrado, you do not speak Abyssal, correct? Or you do?
Frado does not speak a whistle, right?
No.
Common and
Okay.
Elven. Oh, yeah.
So he says a few words in Abyssal, and he's like, you get the impression that he is apologizing and and then he switches to, and I have to figure out what languages these idiots speak.
Jabba
They
Huttese, right?
okay. And I can't spell. Hold on a second.
Oh, which idiots? The dog idiots?
No, the fly idiots. We'll get to them in a minute. Hold on, I gotta just check on something. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And then he says some more words. Do you speak Infernal?
Common and Elven. That's all I've got.
Common and
I could
Elven.
probably use some body language if I have his attention. So I'll walk over to Ferrado and I'll
Okay.
kind of hang on Ferrado's shoulder. I mean, Fleshheart. I'm
Okay.
sorry, hang on Fleshheart's shoulder and purr and kind of make eyes at the Hound Archon, and then make eyes at Flashheart. Like, this is my pleasure as a Catwoman to maybe have the dog and
See, yeah, I get it, yeah.
right.
You get the impression from the Coloxus demon that what he expected to have happen has gone well off the rails at this point. So so he approaches Fletcher and he says something in Infernal. Fletcher, do you speak Infernal?
Flashheart or Fletcher?
Fletcher.
He's largely at this point given up on you two for a second.
I was gonna say I can
no, I do
translate.
not. Common and Elven. That's my
Well,
region.
if Fletcher
Common and
speaks that universal language of death and massa.
All right.
So I can
I think
translate.
Death just rolls off him. I think he's pretty
I
sure.
was
to
gonna
fly
say they're
with
right outside my door. I can translate.
No. Let me translate.
Yeah, Master
I do
Master
understand
Gatto,
that.
would you be willing to assist briefly? He says in Abyssal. The language barrier here is quite defied me, and I certainly want to make sure that that Master Fletcher here is taken well care of. Would you be willing to translate?
Okay, one hug and I'm banned from being a translator.
Did I see what you did?
Me
Mike?
personally?
No, Mike. Did Gatto see what
But Mike
Eldar
did.
did?
Oh, you probably heard, and you definitely heard the laughter.
Okay. Yes, I'll be the translator.
Okay. Would you please express to Master Fletcher? Hold on, I'm banned from being a
wants a bigger
translator. Could you please ask Mr. Fletcher if there was anything particular downstairs that he was interested in, and if so, could he describe it for me? There were several of the ladies and men down there expressed their interest in such a creature, in a creature such as your friend.
So in Elven, I explained to Fletcher that Our host here is wanting to know if you would care for anything. He says that many of the people downstairs were quite taken with the Glabrezu arm that you have, and would be more than happy to do whatever you want. Is there anything you want?
He wants to fight someone.
He says, all I want is a drink. Just a drink.
Okay. I turn to the fly creature and says, he was very jealous of the hug that Flashheart receives and wishes to have one of his own.
No, it was Fletcher. Fletcher.
Fletcher got the hug.
Fletcher.
It wasn't enough. He needed more.
Who got the first hug?
Fletcher got the only hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
And did not
he
hug
really
back,
misses
by
the
the
hug
way.
and would like another one.
All right. He's like, well,
I asked for a drink and I got a hug.
well, and so and this is funny. So Gatto says, Fletcher, what do you want? And Fletcher's like, all I want is a drink. At which point you hear Gatto talking to the Coloxus demon blah, 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 in Abyssal. At suddenly point, the Coloxus demon kind of looks at you again, puts the paper away, and is like.
And at this stage, if Elendar didn't pee his pants before, he's definitely getting ready to change.
If everyone's laughing, Fletcher, kind of pushes the guy away and yells at the rest of the party. Why are you doing this? I just want a drink.
I will now tell the fly creature he would also like a drink in celebratory nature of his two hugs.
Of his,
The drinks we can do. So he's like, we'll bring up a bottle of our finest claret. And you got to.
I told Fletcher in Elven, I don't know why he did that, but he is going to bring you a drink.
I don't know why he did that. He seems to like you. I don't know. All right. So Gatto, as you're sort of describing in detail to this guy exactly what you want the succubi to do to you, we go over to Flashheart and Ferrado, and Flashheart, you're surreptitiously whispering to this guy in the cage, and he's in the cage, and you can see him, very, he's weak, obviously, and emaciated. But when you begin speaking Celestial, his eyes kind of like look over at you, and these are eyes, bright blue eyes that are live with intelligence. What do you say to him?
I after spewing some nonsense, I say, how is this cage locked? I have means to heal you, but not sure how to get you out of this. You and your compatriots out of this cage.
I was gonna say we got a Gatto.
Well, I just want to make sure that I'm magical.
It's kind of like a skeleton key.
It's pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
You don't keep semi-astral, celestial beings in a cage with a regular lock, I'm assuming. Maybe I'm underthinking it.
They're so weak and have no weapons, they might.
Yeah, he's obviously quite weak, but you can hear his voice he reaches out to you and says, what is the Herald of Iomade doing in this place?
Well, it's our day off.
Hey, I don't know how long you've been here, but it's Saturday.
I go where my
Saturday night and is, yeah.
I go where my lady asked me to go, even in this hellish domain.
I think the fate of I and my friends is sealed. Save yourselves before they suss out what you are.
Oh, I'm
They know what we
really
are.
confident they know what I am, but for whatever reason, they haven't come for me yet. So
We just all
I might as
bless
well
them,
entertain
so.
myself. Again, how is this crate locked?
It's like not only do we have a Gatto, we've got a Fletcher. So
Yeah.
He looks
Pretty
up
much
and
that.
he looks up at the top of the cage. He says, up there is the mechanism. It is beyond any of my spells, and the cage itself is made of spell-resistant magic. I could do nothing to protect myself, nor would I have the power to if the cage wasn't ensorcelled.
So if we pop these crates open, you could be healed then, but not beforehand.
There's no succor that can make it through the bars of these infernal cages.
All
How
right.
about a vial of heal?
Like a potion? You could probably depending on the potion bottle size. Yeah, probably. You could probably slip it between the bars.
Do you really want to get him out of here?
Not yet. Not yet.
I
I'll
have
just-
a
I'll
potion.
just,
I
like,
have a potion of healing we can slip between the bars if you really decide you want to pursue this.
No promises
whisper
yet, but
as
wait for my signal.
Gatto,
You'll
give
know
me
when you
give
see
me a
it.
quick bluff check.
Okay, so this is a secret one.
Okay, I'll make sure to yell it out
Yeah.
loud when it
Yeah,
comes.
I
Tell
know.
Gordon, who tells Mike, who tells
And it's
Chuck,
only a
tells me,
bluff.
And I'll tell
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Fletcher, you hear this, but you don't understand it. Illidar and Bardos, you can hear Gatto, and he is very much sort of describing in what you guys find to be astonishing detail what exactly he'd like to do. You could, get to one part, he's like, and then I want him to take their tongues and kind of go like this with it, and you're just like, where the fuck is that coming from an elvish caravan guard, that kind of stuff. But then it becomes increasingly clear that what Gatto is doing is keeping the Coloxus demon busy because he's scrabbling down all this stuff, and so that Flashheart and Ferrado can
Do
speak,
these things.
can speak
Yeah.
to the guy. It's obvious that Gatto is doing that, but some of the things coming out of Gatto's mouth in Abyssal, you guys are just like, I'm sorry, what did he just say? He wants the insert what?
It's not my best skill, bluffing.
It's working. All right. He gets all this written down. Flashheart,
Hey,
Ferrado.
Les,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna whisper to Fletcher at some point through that to take him down. We have the spell message, so I can talk to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him to take out the
Coloxus?
Coloxus, yeah. Or try
Okay.
to.
All right. Once Gatto is done, he tries to sort of maneuver past you, Fletcher, and he's kind of like, excuse me, Master Fletcher. Mr. Gatto, would you please tell
Are we
Mr.
all
Fletcher?
psychically connected still or no? I know at one point we were.
Yeah, no, you guys had message going for a while.
I was just saying that I don't think we could take all the things downstairs. Are we sure we want to start this party now? Before we talk to the mistress? I mean, you saw what's down there. It was like six incubus and whatchamacallit's down there. We're pretty powerful, but I'm just asking, do you think we could take them all?
I mean, if not, we'll teleport out of here and we got to get into that room and talk to this person. It seems like they're delaying now. So, I mean, the longer we wait, the longer whatever they're delaying us for is going to happen.
What are you doing over there, Lothar?
What was he telling Gatto, Les?
What
He
was
was
he?
saying, he was trying to tell me to say something to Fletcher.
No, he said.
Oh no!
he-
If you could ask him to move out of the way, because he's got to go talk to Illindar now and find out what kind of perversion he wants.
That's going to take a while.
So Gatto tells Fletcher, he said, "Thank you very much for the 2 hugs. He finds you quite attractive in your huge size. He has
Fletcher
other
unsheathes
duties to
his
attend to
sword.
now, but he would like to come back later and see you more."
Fletcher unsheathes his sword.
Sir,
And-
Fletcher, I don't know if I've given some sort of
And
offense. Excuse me,
I mean-
Mr. Gatto.
And he needs you to step aside so he can go talk to Illindar, is what he said.
The last thing that Bardo said to me was to kill him, right?
So Fletcher's sword is out now?
Yep.
Fletcher's sword is out now.
Sir,
Okay.
I think you should. He's backing away. He's up against that door there.
I'm going to produce a coin,
Okay.
cast silence on it,
Okay.
and slide it over to the edge of that wall.
Where are you sliding?
Anywhere within 20-foot radius to shut that guy up.
Okay.
So anywhere within here will work.
Okay.
Go to a
Go-
range touched.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and give me essentially a ranged attack.
Just don't roll a 1.
Okay. 25. All right. So do you have a specific place you want to plant it?
I just want to silence the demon,
Okay.
which is anywhere within 20 feet of him. So it doesn't have to be that specific or that accurate.
Okay.
But if I get a choice, I'd like to put it back in this corner
Okay.
so that it'll cover 20 feet in every direction so they can't hear it over the balcony. and Fletcher has the opportunity to assassinate this guy quick.
Okay.
And if
All
I can
right.
do that, then with message, because it's up on all of us, right? Is it just to Bardos?
It's just a Bardos, yeah. But Bardos is like the nexus.
Everybody has message, which means to me, but some of us have.
So everybody can talk to Bardo.
Everybody can talk to me,
Bardos.
but everybody who I don't remember who we did last time. Les, did you make notes of who I did the psychic, the telepathic bond?
Did not
I
do-
did.
No,
And I
Parado.
think- I think
Telepathic
I was,
bond is Gatto, Ilindar, Lothar, Parado, and Bardos.
okay.
So you guys can talk freely.
So
Right.
using message, I'll just tell Bardos to relay to Fletcher, kill him now.
Okay, yeah, I just did. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right. The
And I'll
coin gives
reiterate that
off
to
an
Fletcher.
emanation of silence that goes this far.
Okay.
See the blue?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the silence area. The coin rolls to a stop here in front of it, and everything goes quiet.
I'm gonna whisper to Storm too, Les, to make sure he doesn't get past you.
Okay.
Okay, Fletcher attacks.
All right, you get a surprise round, even though, and the Colossus is sort of backing away, and then begins to look a little freaked out. Spell resistance. Hold on. An unwilling creature can attempt a will save.
Negative, because on the silence spell, I cast it on the coin. It doesn't get a save and threw it into the location.
All right, hold
He's
on.
in a cone of silence.
I didn't cast it on him.
He does have
Sounds.
the effect, though. Hold on. So, all right. The effect is stationary. The spell can be centered on a creature, but then okay, unwilling creature. Blah 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 blah. Creatures in the area of silence. Okay. Yeah. No. It looks like that. It affects it. Creatures in the silence spell are immune to sonic. Since you didn't cast it on him, yeah. No, that's true. You're right.
He can holler all he wants, but he doesn't realize no one's going to hear it.
No, he doesn't. So go ahead and do what you're doing. Once the silence hit, he begins backing up.
Okay, attack one. This is with
Okay.
the sword.
All right. All right. Is that all you got? A 45? That's a hit. Okay.
Attack number two with the claw, the Galabzu claw.
Okay.
That's not all he's
Correct.
got.
52, that is a hit, and I believe a critical threat, yeah?
That's a crit threat. Yeah.
Okay, go
Confirm.
ahead and do
Oh,
that.
nice confirm.
Ooh, a nice confirm. So 53, yeah, that's a confirmed crit.
Let's go to the chart.
Let's go to the chart. Well, that was a natural attack, too.
Yes.
Oh, geez. Perfect strike. Max plus triple bonus damage.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Basically, you reach into his body and pull out his liver.
Hold on, I gotta-
What's that scene from Toxic Avenger where you guys ever see the movie Toxic Avenger?
Mhm.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
The fight scenes are absolutely the
Yeah,
best
that-
fight scenes in a movie I've ever seen.
It's been forever.
There's a point where the Toxic Avenger says, "Let's see if you got any guts," and then he reaches in and grabs him, pulls his liver out. All right, what's max damage?
Max is 48.
4d8. Oops. Minus 48. All right, and then triple 38. What's 3 times 38 would be 24, 90, 114.
Yep.
All right. You hit him with the sword. He's cowering. Oh no, don't do this. And then you reach in under, and it's in this ghastly silence. Your Glabrezu hand just goes plunge and plunges into the creature's abdomen. Through the thing, the cloth rips apart. You reach in there and you can feel under the Glabrezu fingers his guts, which you just squeeze underneath him. You can see his eyes just kind of like popping out, the little fly eyes is like, ah, it starts to shake. And then you actually rip out a big handful of demonic viscera in your hand. It's a big steaming pile of black guts. And he looks down and he sort of staggers backward and then slides slowly to the floor, his mouth parts moving as he slowly dies.
That was like a Bruce Lee move there.
Mhm.
Wow, I still had 3 more attacks.
Save them for everybody else's.
Gatto's right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can take 3 more attacks if you just
Fuck,
want to
right.
Ginsu him.
Are we gonna pretty much go scorched earth from this exact moment on, or are we gonna try and hide this for a bit?
Is Storm hungry?
Well, you can
No, I'm-
push it into one of these rooms if you
If we're
want.
going
Put 'em in my
to,
room.
We need to get upstairs.
we need protection.
This is upstairs.
Yeah, we're where we need to be. We need to get past those two doors. Why don't we
Yeah.
try to free the angels though first? If we can use this silence coin to get into their cages and
Can we
try to
move
heal
the
them.
coin?
At
Yeah,
least to get
you can
rid of
move the
it. Yeah.
coin.
Woo!
But we
Bardos?
also need protection from evil.
Bardos, give me a
Oh,
quick
right.
perception check.
Where's my perception?
All right, I've made it so anybody can move the coin. 38. All right, I'm gonna send you a message.
Fletcher's gonna drag the body into his room and close the door.
Oh, so that's what you wanted.
That's your kink.
Sicko.
I asked for a drink. How many times did I ask for a drink? I didn't mean to go all Karen, but I'm telling you, I wanted a drink.
According to him, only once, but after the 2 hugs.
That wasn't affectionate fly, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Mike, did I handle that right?
Awesome.
All right, hold on just a second. All right. Gotta learn how to spell. Here we go. All right. Gordon just sent you a message. Flashheart and Ferrado, give me a perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna message that to everybody, Les.
Go ahead and tell them.
We were being scried and pretty sure the people downstairs know what's going on. So yeah, we need to move.
Okay, I'm casting protection from evil communal.
Okay.
So everyone's got protection from evil, because I don't want anybody to get taken over.
Ow, ow, it hurts me.
I was gonna say, ow, ow, ow.
Does it affect everybody?
All the people.
I mean,
in
do you
our
have all the people in the party? Okay. I just wanted to know. So Farina, you hear the first thing you hear from downstairs is a loud voice saying in Abyssal, "What? Well, I'm not finished yet. You can't go anywhere." And then if you look down, you actually can look in this direction here when you hear that voice. The voice is coming from like underneath you, but if you look over in that direction, can you see that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you look over in that direction underneath that spot over there, that's where that demon and 3 or 4 succubi were. The succubi are leaving away, and you hear that demon say in Abyssal, "What's going on? Something's happening. What's going on? Yeah, this, I want my money back." That kind of thing. I want the payment back. We're not done yet. But yeah, something's blowing up downstairs.
Gotten their attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the succubi are basically all heading our way.
It's possible. Lothar, give me a perception check.
We can get past those doors quick. We can probably barricade them. I can do a wall of force or something.
Bardos, Lothar, you hear some sort of, basically you're sensitive to magic, and these doors have just gotten ensorcelled.
Which ones? These here?
Yeah.
All right. Can we work on these cages next?
Yeah, somebody should work.
All right.
I can throw an ice slick on the stairs and slow them down a little bit.
It's like, put
Or
stuff-
actually, it might be better to do a wall of thorns.
Should we
I
roll
just
for
point out that-
initiative?
All those creatures down there teleport.
Sure.
some of them can, yeah.
All the incubus and succubuses can for sure, right?
Oh, I
Yep.
didn't think they could. Oh, jeez.
So we should be
So
prepared
maybe
for
we
that.
need to back into some of these rooms so we have a
Yeah.
defensible position.
What, are we rolling for percent? Okay, 1 second.
I think let's roll for initiative. I think initiative is what we're
The old
probably doing right
niche.
now.
Does Illinois still have that stone scoop thing he used
Yep.
to have?
The gentleman's
Gloves,
7
yeah.
for flash art.
Maybe we need to try to get past the doors on the side of it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Wow. Okay.
This is not an easily defensible place with that big balcony open. We need to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Not in these little rooms.
Oh, for
We're
fuck's
gonna get
sake.
stuck though. I'd rather.
And
I'm
we
gonna go to
we may
John's
need to,
cage.
we may need to leave the archons here for now
All right.
And come back
and
for them.
try to save them when we're finished. We
Yeah.
need to get past the double doors in whatever method that takes. And then sort of have that as what protects our back. Assuming the succubus can't get through it.
How long does it take to get through with that stone, assuming that it works? Right?
It basically turns from the gloves, any stone it touches is like mud. So it's however long it would take me to dig mud up, wet mud out and get.
So
Get
we might
through
be
it.
able to get one or two of those.
And Gatto
Archons
might
free.
still be able to disable and open the doors. So they somehow sense the death of the
No, they were
We were
watching.
getting scryed. They were scrying us.
ah.
Somebody was.
All right. Is everybody in?
Oh, wait a minute. I got to do that. Sorry.
Sorry, just saw my name change.
Oh, you didn't do that? I thought you did that.
I did not do that.
To
I
Karen.
don't know. Somebody did.
Wanted a drink.
I'd like to speak to the manager. Fletcher has a new
Manager the
hair.
whole time.
Has a new haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, okay. All right. All right.
Everybody's initiative roll sucks.
Is everybody in? Are we missing
Yeah.
anybody? Flash art, I see a lot of people.
I see you have my my 7 right there.
Yeah, it's a solid, the gentleman 7. You
Paladin
get
7.
tied up with Karen. So that's gonna be all right, hold on a second. Let's do this. All right. All right. Right now you don't see anybody you don't have any interlopers, but you do Ferrado, you do know that it looks like the succubuses have been alerted to something. Lothar, you notice that the double doors, which you suspect goes into potentially Sister Perversion's offices, have been ensorcelled in some way. You're not
Right.
sure how, but definitely in some manner. And the Coloxus demon, who has been so nice and so polite and so solicitous to you guys, who is so pleased at being able to serve you in the way that he is that he has historically served his clientele, is cut down in the prime of his demonic life by Fletcher because he couldn't get a
I was gonna
drink.
say that's the story of half the demons that we ran into. So
Yes. We're gonna have to talk about alignment checks, at some point with all this murder. All right, so we start around. Bardos, you would lead off. What are you gonna do? So you're the center of the message system. You got the telepathy going on with several people. There's silence, which you are outside of, but almost everybody else in the party is within. What's your play?
I would like to tell Bardos to tell Fletcher to pick up the coin.
Okay, I'll do that. Fletcher, grab that coin. I'm just going to spend the time talking. Let's try to walk through what we're going to do here. So should we try
Okay.
to get the Archon?
I'm gonna grab a
The Archon's
refill.
loose?
let's do those second.
No, we should get through the doors and get to
Okay.
our objective. We can save the Archon later,
Okay, so I'm gonna
hopefully.
move over to the doors and
What about room 2 that we heard was occupied?
Yeah, I was gonna just ask that too.
I mean, that's
What's
just gonna be more enemies that are, if we mess with it, that's gonna be more people that are gonna mess with us, so
Yeah.
I
That's
wouldn't.
something to keep an eye on, though, because
Right.
if
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
door without a handle, like,
Plus, I'm gonna move over to the other doors and wait for everybody else to
Okay,
get
you
back
gonna move over
here.
there. Give me a quick perception check.
29.
Actually, you know what? Give me a knowledge arcana check. This will be different.
39.
All right. So 39. So you as well as Lothar. Lothar could detect the ensorcelment on the doors. You can you can detect that. I mean, you're familiar with the kind of ensorcelment. One, you're pretty sure these doors have been arcane locked. Two, the likelihood is that there's some ward on it. You're not sure what, but it looks like there's some sort of ward on it. Anybody that's going to try and get through will set that off, as well as it being arcane locked. This reassures you that this is almost certainly Sister Perversion's offices.
Yeah.
That sounds like a job for Super Gato.
Does
Or do
the
you-
arcane lock extend beyond the doors, or is it just on the doors?
It's just on the doors, as is the ward is on the doors specifically.
Doesn't
Do you have a knock?
doesn't Mike have a carbon 2 stone pair of gloves
Yeah,
around? We don't need a door.
it's
Make
gonna
our own
take
doors.
several rounds. It's not something that I just. make.
Right.
What are the
I don't have
doors
knock.
made
I've
of?
got the spell magic.
Yeah.
The doors seem to be made of some sort of unearthly metal, and they go up to the ceiling. They're very different from the doors on these little pleasure rooms.
I have
And
a
if we use the
silence
gloves, if we
spell.
scoop the gloves without messing with the door, we can get in there without
Right.
tricking the doors, and that'll keep everybody else out. Hopefully, if we can, once we get in
Okay.
here, we can seal it up again.
Fletcher's willing to knock really loud too, if you want.
if we can't keep everybody else, or is an ensorcelled door not allow people that can, what we just talked about? Zip beep beep in space. God damn, the word just fell out of my head.
Mention door?
Teleport.
Yeah, will dimension door work?
Are
Minor
you
teleport? Yeah.
are you asking if the ward will prevent that?
I'm
Right.
asking if once
Asking
we get,
Bardo. Bardo knows everything about this stuff, so.
I was
I wouldn't
asking if
think
once
so,
we get
no.
in there, they can still teleport in behind us. I mean,
Yeah, I could dimension door in there, but I've never seen it, so I mean, there could be who knows what's on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
Does it-
shouldn't take too long to scoop it out with your gloves, right? That way, everybody can get in.
Right.
do we really care about protecting the ward on it though?
Can we scoop it like 90% of the way and then
Other things can teleport in, right? Like all this lucky got by can.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, is I mean, other things are going to be able to get in there anyway. But I mean, the more
could we scoop
enclosed
out
we
the
can
wall
keep it, the better.
can we scoop
I
the
could
wall
get
to
there,
like
scoop up, just put a
99%?
hole in the wall
and
so
then-
we can see in there, and then we could use that to dimension door.
Yeah, or
say.
just scoop out enough and then do the Kool-Aid man right through the remainder. They use Fletcher as the Kool-Aid man and just, oh yeah, through the remaining pieces of the wall after
That's
it's all
what I
thinned
was
out.
saying.
And for as long as Fletcher holds that coin, then there's silence 20-foot radius around him.
It's a quiet, yeah, Kool-Aid man.
So basically, any of the people that would come up and start casting spells at you, if you get in their face, which kind of your natural inclination anyway,
Uh-huh.
they can't do that unless they don't have verbal components, which is rare.
Very rare.
Excellent.
So you can smash the shit out of them at that point.
That's great to know.
I'm done. Unless I did a move.
Can
and
we
a half.
just do this every
Okay.
time?
It'd
Yes.
be like Mr. Shh, where you just show up and assassinate people in dead silence.
Spellcaster. Shh.
That was a Steve Buscemi character from Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, Mr. Shh.
What was the guys from Fargo, Mr. Wrench and Mr. Hammer or something like that? It was something weird. The two hitmen. One was called Mr.
Right.
Wrench and the other one was called
Right.
like Mr. Hammer or something like that.
Oh, that little guy in the wood chipper, eh?
And currently, Dan, this spell lasts 1 round per level, so 16 rounds. But if you
Okay.
really like it, it can be made permanent pretty easy.
That could be fun.
You have to cast permanency while it's still silent, so.
Right, but it can be, but Bardos can do
We
that.
can make a coin of silence or something, yeah.
Right.
but there's no
I
disabling it.
keep having.
How do you walk
smart
around
words
with
in
it
my
though?
head.
Yeah, there's no disabling it, so it wouldn't be a very,
Yeah, you can put it in a dimensional, you can put
I
it
guess
in
you
a
put it in
holding
a
or something.
bag of holding or something, yeah.
You can
Right.
disable it.
handy haversack would work, because that way it would come right to your hands whenever you reach in to grab it.
Yeah.
Well, as of
I have
right
one of
now,
those guys.
Fletcher
You want me
has
to
it.
hold
So
it?
Bardos, you can't cast anything.
Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to.
I just
Wait.
thought Fletcher might enjoy this.
So-
I think he enjoys it a lot.
So Bardos, you moved first. You moved over there. Did you say anything?
I'm just saying, everybody get over here. We're gonna try to dig through the wall on the side of this door. I'll tell you that the door has been, warded with arcane locks and, what did you say, Les? Arcane lock? And
Some sort of ward. You're not sure. Yeah,
some
some sort of
ward.
ward.
So Dad's gonna
Some
have,
sort of ward, which is the trap, and then arcane lock, which is the lock. Okay, so it'll take me 2 rounds.
No,
Okay, but
Gato
let's
can
just,
still probably get through it.
I don't know what all our buffs are still after this. Are we sure where we're at? Like, I know we've
we've
got
only got, at this stage, we've only got one buff, and that's the protection from evil that I just sent out.
because we've been
That's it.
like the fly
Yeah.
that you cast on me, that's gone. So I'm not flying anymore either.
well, we all have planar adaptation. and
Planar
stone-
adaptation is still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stone skin too.
And telepathic bond and stone skin.
Yeah.
And protection from spells. Those are the ones that were 160 minutes.
Planar adaptation, protection from spells, stone skin, protection from evil, which is out now but back on. Strong jaw on storm, which is now gone, and telepathic bond, which is still going.
And protection from fire of some sort.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was-
that's
that the
adaptation,
spell?
Planar,
That's the planar adaptation.
that was
yeah.
planar
That was the
adaptation. Gave you
adaptation,
Oh,
yeah.
resistance
okay,
to
that's
fire
right.
20.
Gotcha.
Lothar, as Fletcher brings the silence spell into proximity of the door,
Yeah.
you can feel that your spell is not penetrating the wards of either the wall or that door. It's
What
not getting
spell?
through. Your silence spell is not penetrating into that room.
hmm
It seems to be
You need me to
blocked.
move?
I'm okay with that at this point.
Okay.
All right.
While they're working the door, I'll keep an eye out for people popping up here, but can I take a look at this cage and see what he meant
Are-
by, I guess I'll wait till my turn, sorry.
Less-
We're-
It's not your turn yet.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot we're. in
No,
initiative.
go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get there. What were we saying, Don?
Okay, it's my turn. That's my move action.
Okay, it's not quite your turn yet, but
Oh, okay.
okay.
I was
no, that's okay. It's because of the way I have you can't see
because
it.
other people are hidden. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, here we go. There now you can see him. Yeah, you could see actually Flashheart, Ferrado, Illendar. Give me a quick perception check, and then it'll be your turn, Gato. Sorry about that. Farina, Illendar, yeah, Flashheart. You don't see this because you're focused on the Hound Archon, but both Farina, Ferrado, I'm sorry, and Illendar, you both can hear the slithery sound of quiet footsteps coming up the stairs. And Ferrado, you might be able to just get a glimpse of an incubus, the one that looked at you earlier, kind of coming up through here. He has you can see that his claws are extended outward very long, unlike what they were downstairs. But they're being very surreptitious. They're trying to be quiet.
Hmm.
But it looks like at least one and maybe more. All right, Gato, you're up.
Door.
Okay. Move action.
Okay.
He said something about a ward, which would be a trap. So I disable the trap.
Maybe.
How about a
So
53?
plus 6, 59.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm
Indubitably.
typing.
If you want to cheat, you can cheat, but otherwise,
I'm not cheating.
Those can do magical traps.
Hold on.
Just stalling.
I'm not stalling. I'm typing.
This is where less springs on you. Oh, I'm sorry. The trap causes bleed every round of God.
Yes, it does. It does work against magical traps.
Okay. They sent you a message.
He actually posted that one out in public, not
Ooh,
being
let me see
secretive.
this here. Hold on.
So take a look at that real quick, and then you can say what you will. See what I mean?
Uh-oh, we've gone to a time stop.
This is not a trap that I can work past. You need some sort of major dispel, disintegrate, disjunction, something else. I cannot get past this ward. Now I can set the ward off and open the lock, but I don't know what the ward's going to do.
Well, you could theoretically, it's also arcane locked. So theoretically you could unlock it using your powers, and disable the arcane lock.
Arcane lock only adds 10 to a regular lock or makes it a DC 20. I can go past the lock. That's not a big deal, but I can't get past this ward.
Okay.
All right.
If you guys want me to do
No,
a
Ned,
dispel or
not even
something
you
on
can help on this one.
Can I be help? Can I help? All right. So
I
what
can
were we saying,
smash it.
Gordon?
I just said if you guys want me to do a dispel or some kind of disintegrate, I've got disintegrate too, but I mean we have the gloves that can dig through stone, so hopefully we can just bypass the door and
And at this point, if you want to do major dispel, Karen has to vacate the property
That's right.
because she's silencing you.
yeah, well it's not my turn now anyway. I can't do that for a while, so
Okay. She is going to hold on. Okay.
And I have not activated the ward. I've just seen it, right?
Correct.
It's not triggered yet. Okay.
No. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to send you a quick message, Gato. Okay. Sorry about this delay. Okay. She's gonna do that. Parado, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna use an old-fashioned ice slick right here on the stairs.
Okay.
Just to slow. This guy, if it works, will take some damage. He may fall, he may not.
All right. Hold on a second. I want to see.
Reflex.
They do have spell resistance.
Oh, it does. It applies to this initial effect. So that means to the damage or to fall.
What is it called? Ice slick?
Yeah.
Let me
Spell
check.
resistance applies to this initial effect. So basically, he won't take any damage or anything, but it should.
It'll still affect his ability to walk.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So spell resistance would be D20 plus your caster level versus their SR.
D20 plus the caster level.
Your caster level.
Right. 15 plus their spell resistance.
No. They have a spell resistance number. You roll a D20 plus your caster level, and it needs to exceed their spell resistance for the spell to have effect.
done it in a while. Spell resistance. Okay.
Yeah, that goes past their spell resistance. So they are hit. I'm gonna need to do some reef saves. All right, we'll see. I don't know what the DC is, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll the reflexes. There's 3 succubuses over there.
Just a second level
Succubi.
spell. So
Fail,
Succubi.
fail.
17.
17 that's bad. But let me check. See if they are immune. They do have resistance to cold, but they're not immune to it. So go ahead, and none of them, I'm assuming, none of those, a 2, a 6, and a 3, none of those made their save.
Nope. 1d6 plus 1 for caster, so 1d6 plus 15.
Gordon, that last message was just to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at something
What did
else.
it say?
Ha, 20.
I like you. Do you like me? Check yes or no.
How much was the damage?
20 points.
20 points. All right. So
Yeah, we talked about that, Don. I can do that or try it, but we don't know what's on the other side yet. So if we use the
That's
gloves
okay.
to dig through the stone, I
Then we
think
can see.
it'll only take you like a round to do that, right, Mike? Or
If I'm just gonna poke a hole so I can see, yeah, I can do that in a round probably. Unless the wall's like, 1.5 feet thick.
Does the hole close up? Like, is it magical where the hole closes when you go through it, or are you destroying a wall?
no, it just basically reshapes the stone to be whatever you want it to be. It's like moving clay.
all right, so let me look at this here. It is a 5-foot rad burst. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the 5-foot radius burst over there. You see that?
Yep.
You put it where you want it from the point of view of where the ice is gonna be.
Don't get too close to everybody. Stay
Right there.
close.
Okay. Which
So where I
means
ran is I'm also using my spider climb slippers. So I
okay.
ran and I should be about 12, 15 feet above the ground on this.
Okay, so you're walking up the wall.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and put that on there so we don't forget.
I'll hedge my way this way now that I've done it. Because
I'm going to whisper to everybody that we're going to probably try to do some group spells here. So try to stay not too far away from everybody.
Stay with your buddy.
So you're about 12 feet up the wall?
Well, if he whispers that, let me ask you this. If I was here on this wall, what would it take to get, how much movement would it take to get over there?
15.
No, because I got to go up and over. I'm climbing.
Oh, by wall climb. Okay.
How tall is the ceiling here, Les?
That was cute though, Don.
High, about 50 feet. Now that means it's about 25 to 30 feet above where you guys are standing, and 20 feet to 25 feet down to the floor. The floor of the main.
Are you at floor level now?
No, I'm 12 foot up, so I'd have to go up 10 and then over 15. And then I could, okay, so that's fine, because I can get right there, but I'd be much higher with
how high would you be, do you think?
Well, if I go up to the ceiling to climb the ceiling over, and I'm probably only going to be able to come down another 5. I'm just plotting for my next move, not this one. Right now, I can only get 12 feet up where I'm at here because I'm trying to stay closer to everybody because I heard the whisper of Bardos.
Okay, so 12 feet then here.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. The door flies open. And you see, hold on a second, something very strange come over to the doorway, and you hear an unearthly voice say, "Who has disturbed my pleasure?" And this thing steps out into the hallway. It looks like a creature that has had its skin entirely removed.
The flayed man.
Flayed man.
Yikes.
And it's looking out at you, and he's like, it looks over at Flashheart talking to the Hound Archon, Ilindar, and Lothar, and he's like, "I can taste the goodness of you." And this weird sort of almost, imagine what a tongue would look like with no skin. It sort of like licks the air in front of it. He's like, "I will feed well tonight." And it immediately
your introductory speech, Fletcher.
And it just runs over to Ilindar. And it's got reach. Okay. All right, so it is going to, it can't do it this time, but it is going to, one of its hideous claws comes flying out at you. The talons of it just horrifying in their sharpness and their length. And it rolls a 38. Does that hit you?
Like twice.
Okay, you don't want it to hit you twice, trust me. All right, so, and it rakes your skin, and you could feel this horrifying tugging at the skin as if those claws are trying to peel your skin off and drag it closer to the creature. 20 points of damage. And you hear it say to you, "Your skin looks good to me. I think I will wear it."
I think my friend is going to murder you for trying this. So
Fletcher's like, "I can't hear you.
no.
Holding a coin. I don't know what's going on over there." All right, Illidar, it's your turn. So
Ducks. It says sick 'em.
I'm withdrawn over to the bug guy.
Oops. So you're gonna run over that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a full withdraw, or because he's got reach, you'll get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, that's withdrawals.
Full withdrawal. Okay. Now that door is open if you want to go in that pleasure room.
No.
Maybe lock the door behind you.
Sticking close to Storm.
With the pleaser in there.
No, there's nobody. Well, there's no pleasers in there yet, but maybe maybe soon.
Maybe it's time to reconsider our decisions.
Nobody actually got their orders, and you guys killed the waiter, the pleasure waiter.
I'm never getting my drink.
You're never getting that foot massage, buddy.
I just wanted a drink.
All right, so I'm assuming that is Storm. Storm, who is Storm attacking? I'm assuming Flashheart.
Flashheart.
Good. Okay.
Because he won't expect it.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
You're flanking.
You got him flanked. Yeah, this is gonna be perfect.
It's all led to this.
And everybody thought it was gonna be Gatto who betrayed the party.
I didn't.
But it was instead, it was a drow turncoat and his dragon.
Yeah.
All right. So this creature, let me take a look. Okay, so AC 30. So that's all right. So you got one hit, so the first one is a crit. The bite is a crit.
Then you hits. The next two missed by one.
The next two missed by one. Yeah. So bite and 2 claws. You want to confirm the crit?
Let's try to confirm.
And it's gonna be the first one. So 39. That's a confirmed crit. You want the damage? Shard. And that's a natural attack.
A bite.
Muscle severed. Okay, that makes a kind of sense since the guy's got no skin to defend himself.
Yeah,
max plus bonus, D4 dex, D4 strength.
Severed muscle might be his kink.
Yeah.
All right, so let's tally some damage. The first 2 claws. What did the claws get out of him?
I'll let you do that.
All right, hold on. It is so first claw is 32, second claw is 27. 27 and 32 is 59. Yes. 59. Math is good. All right, and then
the max is 53. And then the actual bite itself did 40.
Okay, so that's 93.
Yeah.
Okay, and then dex, D4 dex, D4. What was the other one? D4 strength.
This is the dex.
3 points of dex
strength.
and 1 point of strength. All right, hold on.
That he'll lose.
Yeah.
Okay. He did not like that at all. And what's worse is you're standing there sort of watching this, and Storm is just like, from the bite. He got a sizable bite in this guy. And there's a big piece of him missing. And it's just like oozing this sort of like pussy fluid, this sort of clear amber fluid that's tinged with blood flecks and stuff like that. And you get a definite vibe that Storm did not like the taste of this creature at all.
She doesn't care. She's kind of in in rage mode right now, so.
Okay. Right. So next, let's go ahead and do these guys. Boop. This door flies open. And two succubi come running out and leap upon one succubus and one incubus come out and leap upon Storm. Now they will cross. He's got reach, right? Storm's got reach.
Yeah.
She's got reach. So they will cross, and you can deliver one of them an attack of opportunity, but just one. 31. I think that's gonna hit. Yeah, that hits. So which one, the redhead or the dude?
So she gets an automatic trip attempt with that bite.
Okay, let me check and see if they can be tripped. I don't know that they can.
Succubi, yeah.
They have agile maneuvers. Let me check and see what that does. Oh, that's for what they do to you. So, okay, never mind. All right, so it's possible they can be tripped. Which one, the redhead or the dude?
Whoever came out first.
That'd be the redhead. So, and their CMD. Yep, that's a successful trip. So she falls, slides sort of underneath you, onto the ground.
Damage.
Huh?
And takes 40 points of damage.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Let's do that right now. Lets out an unearthly screech as she does, but the
Storm doesn't take that. She does.
Oh, did I hit Storm? Sorry about that.
Yeah, Storm's bar just went down lower than I've ever seen it go.
Okay.
This is how he's going to win this fight.
It's my secret plan. Leave me out of it. All right. So then the incubus is going to attack Storm with, it's going to try and grapple him so that it can kiss him.
Good luck with that.
Well, it's going to give it a shot. Why not?
More hugs, more kisses.
More hugs and kisses. Here we go. All right, hold on. And they get bonuses. What was that thing? Okay. All right, let me double check. Okay. All right, that'll work. It is going to try and do CMD. I'm worried that this isn't going to work. 26 beat your CMD.
No,
mathematically they can't even do natural 20.
Really? What's his CMD?
43.
43. Okay, so yeah, he tries to grab onto him, but his delicate fingers do not find any purchase as his tongue lolls out of his mouth to try and
French.
I hate even to think it, but yes, to try and French a dragon. Now is the time amongst us when we try to French dragons. Okay, Karen, you're up. Oh, I'm sorry, Fletcher, you're up.
And Bardos, you told me to attack Fleshy Boy here, right?
Yeah, and else anywhere close, right? So might as well.
Okay. He will pouncy, Vronk.
Okay.
And he has reach, so he'll stop here.
All right. Give us your best shot.
First sword attack.
You're so dying.
It's possible. 40. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Okay, 30 points of damage. The creature lets out a groan, turns around, and says, "Oh, your skin will feel better."
I have no
but
idea.
You don't hear it. You have no idea because of the good. Did you leave the coin on the ground?
No, I got the coin. I'll move it with me. But I also don't speak Abyssal, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he's not speaking Abyssal. He's speaking Common.
Well, I wouldn't know because he's silent.
He's in silence.
Yeah. All right. That's another hit.
That's the claw.
This may finish him. 40 points of damage. All right. So yeah. So you slash him with the sword, and he spun around by the sword to look at you, and then you can see this sort of like pussy juice coming out of the sword wound and that kind of thing. And then that's the Glabrezu claw.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically just your sword sort of sticks in some bony cartilaginous area, and rather than pull it back, your hand just goes and you go one way with the sword and the other way with the hand and rip him into two pieces that fall onto the floor.
I look at the succubi, and smile.
This guy here?
Yep.
Okay, that's an incubus. That's a dude.
Well, both of them.
He's very
Yeah,
angelic.
both the incubi and the succubi. I just look at them and smile.
Oh, he just tried to kiss Storm, so you're not really sure what's going on there. But okay, you just smile.
I just wanted a drink.
Okay.
No hugs.
All right, Flashheart, what are you doing? You've been the battle is sort of like raging around you, and Fletcher's doing that thing where he murders everybody in the room. What are you doing? Radiance is like, oh.
You're muted, Matt.
Yeah, it's time to throw my cloak back in slow motion and draw radiance and take. Where's the succubi? Is it right here? I'm trying to see where it is.
There's an incubus right there,
right here,
yeah,
and there's a succubi on the ground over here that just got.
I think I take a 5-foot step, right, and just
5-foot
step
that guy.
Yep,
5-foot step and do it.
All right. Okay. Sorry, his big face is on my screen. I couldn't get him out there. All right. Please hold for my mega macro.
Hold on, I have to go do all my shopping.
yep.
It's a Don macro. I'll be back in 40 to 70 minutes.
Just trying to help out.
They're just jealous of you, Don.
Thank you.
That's true.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
for your
Ooh,
patience.
all right.
Do
34 is a
keep
hit. But not a crit. So 22. So 27 points of damage. Well, I gotta see if do they have DR? They should have DR. All right, I'm saying that they now have DR. No, that's cheating. They don't have DR. So you hit this guy for 27 points. And bleed. So golden blood starts shooting out of this incubus's body. That's 6 points of persistent bleed. That's brutal. All right, so 27 plus 6 is what, 33? All right. All right. It screams a high womanly scream as Radiance's golden aura and blades strike into it. The next hit is a potential fumble.
You're not prettier than me.
With the 27 to confirm.
With a 27 to confirm, that is an unconfirmed fumble, so no fumble, but it does stop your attack.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. All right. Even though it's that guy, it's not really that guy. It's these two guys out of the room with the flayed
More
man.
guys.
There's always more guys. Well, they are going to come over here, and they are going to. Well, let me see. I think they're both going to try and grab onto Fletcher and kiss him.
He says, "Really?
All
Did you
right.
just see what just happened?"
No, maybe you have a lower thing. All right, so this is against your CMD. First one, second one. So the only first one I have a feeling is the only one that has a chance. What's your CMD?
37.
Does the
Ooh,
protection
30.
for me will have to be beat before you can do that?
Hold on, I gotta look at protection people.
It
Maybe.
doesn't matter. They
Wait.
can't hit me.
Wait, don't they have to go through like 3 areas of
All right. Evil summon creatures.
No,
Yeah, they're not summoned because they're part of this place. So, so you get the AC bonus, you get the save bonus, you get another saving throw of your thing. Yeah, they're not evil summon creatures. They're evil creatures, but they're not evil summon creatures. So that part of they could still touch him, and that's exactly what they want to do.
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
Just like Storm, mathematically, they can't do what they're trying to do.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that I need a natural 20, but also the problem is that they can't. Their spells they can't do spells. Now they can do. My understanding is that at will spells are not spells. They're more like spell-like abilities, so they can do those, correct?
Right.
All right. That being the case, Lothar.
In silence, you mean?
Yes.
Spells of will do not need to be cast, so there's no somatic.
Right, that's
Or
that's
verbal.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And they have several of those at-will ones, but
Lothar's going to move up here and cast Angelic Aspect Greater.
okay. Excellent.
Where'd you
I,
go?
I love this spell.
He just got out of the
right
cone
here.
of silence is all he
Yeah, I
did.
get out of the silence and cast Angelic Aspect Greater.
All right.
That's got
Low light vision, dark vision, DR10, immunity, resistance. Look at this thing, man. It's
Big giant-
brutal.
Big giant freaking wings.
Big wings. All right. White feathered wings. So he's doing, so you guys can see from over the other side. Lothar's doing that wing thing. Here, let's get you some wings. What the hell? All right. All right. Very cool. Hold on. This is going to work. Let's do this. This will work instead. Okay. Boom. Cool. There's your wings.
And that lasts for 16 minutes.
16 minutes. Yeah, I think this will be longer than that. All right. So that's the end of round 1. However, it is after 11 o'clock. So I think we'll need to stop here unless you guys want to do another round. It could take a while though.
Let's
Just-
stop.
Let's stop here. And so we'll
We're all
start
still
next.
alive. We call it a victory.
So we'll start here in the middle of this battle when we return in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, Les. This is awesome.
Thank you. This is working out really well. All right. You guys have a great one, and we'll talk this week.
Good to see you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, buddy.
Everybody.
Have a good one,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.